alive. Lovely. Alright, since we got someone viewing now, I'm going to begin reading. So, let's begin. Fragment 6. Fey Era 400, back when Bryn's Tree of Emptiness still stood intact and whole. Mash was enjoying a peaceful respite with Ace and Totara at their forest camp. Though still bewildered by how simultaneously similar and different her surroundings were, she told her new companions everything she could about experiences in Fairy Britain. So that's everything I know about the Isle of Britain and the land of the Fae. Does that help? Ace, is there something wrong with her? Don't be rude, Totara. She isn't lying. She's telling us about the distant future. So in the future, this place is called Fairy Britain. A queen named Morgan unifies all the clans. And there's a figure known as the Child of Prophecy, as well as invaders in proper human history. Oh, I'm sorry. Invaders is too strong of a word. Forgive me, I'm still processing everything you told me. No, it's okay. I can't blame you for thinking of us that way. Anyway, does this mean you believe me about coming here from the future, Ace? It's a lot to take in, but I can mostly tell you're being honest about it all. Part of me doesn't want to believe it, especially regarding the Child of Prophecy. You said she's the savior reborn, the next fairy destined to save Britain. If there's such a person in the future, that means, well, it means I'm going to fail. Yeah, and there's no way Ace is going to fail this time. She's going to bring praise to Britain, you see. This Mirror Clan fairy doesn't know what she's talking about. You're right, Totara. I do have to make sure I succeed this time. You'll help me, won't you? You bet I will. I'm always happy to help girls who are doing their best. You said your name's Mash, right? You've got bad luck showing up when you did. If you want my help, you're gonna have to wait until I'm finished making Ace happy. That's fine. Thank you, Totara. I know I could count on you. Mash, if you don't have anywhere else to go, you can stay with us. But if you do, I'd like you to promise me one thing. If you want to return to your own time, you shouldn't say anything else about the future. Oh, right. Is it because intervening in the past could end up changing the future? Something like that. I doubt anything you say or do here will have any effect on the era of the High Queen. But there could be fairies here in the Fae era, where the Tree of Emptiness is still intact, whose destinies could end up warped. Huh? So nothing I do here will have any effect on the era of the High Queen. What do you mean by that? Hold it, Mash. That's getting into the future again, right? Oh, right, of course. I shouldn't even be talking about the era of the High Queen anymore, should I? That's right. I'm saying this more to protect your destiny than ours. When you go back to your own time, you can't bring any knowledge that would create a paradox. The larger the paradox, the larger the resulting gaps in your memory will be. You don't want to lose your precious memories, right? So it's better if you avoid discussions of the future as much as possible. That being said, I really have to question this High Queen Morgan's judgment in handling calamities by sending them back into the past. Yeah, this is probably gonna be another short stream, like 4 to 5 hours max. It's just something to pass the time, really. And plus, I just want to advance the story some more. If you hadn't defeated the calamity of Norwich in the future, then we would have found that giant hand thing you told us about and on that beach instead of you, right? Talk about a close call. If it had been that thing we encountered, we might have lost the Knight of Londinium who finally just appeared. In that sense, you've helped us out more than I could possibly say, Mash. Thanks to you and this Heo person saving us from that battle. Our own battle should go much more smoothly. That's a battle you're fighting as a savior of Britain, right? Is that the battle from the year 4000 of the Fey Era, or the War of Summer from the Fey Era 2000? What year is it right now? Huh? The War of Summer happened in the Fey Era 1000. The only war that took place in the year 2000 was the Yard dispute between the Wind and Earth clans, back when Britain was a lot smaller than it is now. Oh wait, I think I understand. Those year numbers must be backwards. In the time Mash is from, they probably count the Fey Era years backwards, starting from the first year of the Era of the High Queen. It'd make keep things simpler if we just talk about past events in terms of how many years ago they happened. The War of Summer took place 1600 years ago, which would make it Fey Era 2000 from your perspective, Mash. It was a massive invasion perpetrated by Ireland, the Isle of Shadows. It was the second attempt by the Northern Theories to invade Britain. They were led by Queen Mab, who worked her human armies like slaves. That was a really close call, wasn't it, Tolterat? It sure was. They almost killed every clan in Britain. I don't know what we would have done if it hadn't been for you and the Black Knight. Right, Black Knight? True, Queen Mab was a very powerful fairy. And it's not just because she had Albion's protection. She also had primordial strength about her that the Sun Fairies simply don't possess. Ace managed to buy some time, but if she'd really wanted us to wipe out the clans, there was nothing we could have done to stop her. But then, just as Mab was on the verge of victory, she proposed a truce out of nowhere. She then went on to occupy the vacant throne left behind by the Rain clan in Orkney, and became the lord of the entire northern region. I see, thank you for filling me in. By the way, may I ask who that is? This is Sir Black Knight, my escort. He and I have known each other for a long time now, haven't we? Indeed, ever since he first became a public figure. Ace and I have fought side by side for over 2,000 years now. I don't know how much more I could take, even with this undying body. Succeed or fail, I really hope this is your last attempt to save Britain. Don't worry, it's gonna work this time. All we have to do is make sure the coronation goes smoothly. I guess that's true. If this doesn't work, then nothing will. After 10,000 years of fighting, the clans have finally agreed to live peacefully under Britain's new king. Though I still find it hard to believe that a human of all people succeeded at unifying the 5 clans. Still, I suppose it makes sense. Fairies would never submit to another fairy's rule, only if we realized this sooner. Wait, hold on. Did you say Britain has a king? And a human, no less? That's right. Mab's still grumbling about it, though. Says she's a much better choice for Britain's king than some human. Well, you know how proud Mab can be, Tordera. It's not even mentioning what happened with the War of Summer. But anyway, we're getting off track. Right now, Mash, we're in what you would call Fey Era 400. Which I guess means this High Queen Morgan will appear 400 years from now. I know I shouldn't think about it, but it's really hard not to. I know Uther is human, so he only has 10 more years left at most. So does that mean his heirs will inherit the throne for a few generations until Morgan emerges to assume the throne in 400 years? Is that even possible? I guess you don't know either, huh, Ace? Still, at least it sounds like this new king is successful at keeping peace between the clans. After all, in the fairy Britain I know, there's almost no inter-clan warfare whatsoever. Sorry, there I go talking about the future again. That was fine, Mash. It's still within the margin of error. Anyway, there's still peace in the future, That's good to hear. Up until now, Britain has been plagued for millennia with endless turf wars between the clans. To see that fighting end with our generation would be absolutely wonderful. It's all thanks to us, Murian and the Wind Clan, and Uther's coalition army giving the Earth, Wind, Fang, and Mir clans what for. Our only draw was with Mab of the King clan. Now that Mab's marrying Uther to unify their nations, the two of them together might be invincible, though I do feel just a little bad for Mab, since Uther obviously loves you, Ace. Don't be silly, Totoro. Of course he doesn't. Besides, once I see Uther take that crown and accept the bone bell from the clans, I'm gonna go back to paradise. I think Uther and Mab will make a great couple, too. I'm sure the two of them ruling together will bring peace to Britain for the next 400 years. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still need to ensure the coronation in Londinium goes smoothly. Why aren't you using the cathedral in Salisbury for that, Ace? Isn't there far more history to be found there? Londinium may be an invincible fortress, but it still smells of blood. It's bound to attract the Moors. If you ask me, Salisbury is the safer choice. Maybe, but Salisbury is also closer to the pit. That place worries me. No one in Britain knows what's at the bottom of the pit. No, the fairies of Britain fear it too much to even go near it. I'm still the only one who can investigate what's inside, but it's much too deep for me to do so alone. If only there was someone brave and strong, with magical energy to match a fairy. Someone who wasn't from Britain, and was still willing to help, then I could go and investigate it right. Now. Exquisite. Of course, we do have someone like that now. Hooray! Change of plans, everyone. We're going to the pit right now. Mash and I are going to finally uncover the truth behind the greatest mystery and burden. And now, back in 2019. Tenego's Bellow Pilgrimage, which I've been hearing constantly for 16 years, rings in the distance. It's a crude, roughly hewn bell that looks nothing like the bells it's based on, and implies the wish that the child of prophecy will one day grow strong and set off on her journey. Tenego is a coastal village located in Norfolk, Cornwall. It's a small, insignificant place. Both the High Queen and the clan heads tend to forget it exists. Caster, I brought you a notebook. It's about etiquette for upper-class fairies. You should study it now, so that you're ready when you leave for the castle one day. Let's see, do you mind if I put it on the table here? By the way, have your fingermarkings grow yet? You'll be 16 years old in only 2 more years, you know. I'm getting a little worried. Your journey is going to be hard enough as it is. I see you're working hard again today, Caster. You're so diligent, dedicated, and innocent. You play just as hard as you study, and you always find whatever it is the village needs at a given moment. The other fairies could learn a thing or two from you. Just seeing you in action fills us with hope. Still, I'm afraid it's going to be difficult to pay this year's tax. Thankfully, we should be able to squeak by thanks to all your help. But at this rate, I'm worried Titenego Bay ceases to exist by the time you turn 16. What are we going to do? Why must you be so very... I swear, none of these fairies have any tax. I guess that's what happens when you live past your prime. Well, there's nothing wrong with saying when you don't like something. In fact, you should say so. Don't you agree, Caster? I mean, you don't want anyone treating you differently just because you're the child of prophecy either, right? So come on, let's do something fun. The Elder's not going to mind if you just hang out for a little while. Did you hear there's a merchant caravan coming this way from the East Road? Maybe you could get musical instruments from Gloucester. If they have any, I'm sure they'd sell to you. I mean, you're the child of prophecy. Oh, have you been growing? One of the older fairies was saying you'd grow and change over time unlike the rest of us. It's so weird to think about it, but I guess it's better that way. With the magical energy you have now, you couldn't even survive against a single black dog. So hurry up and grow as much as you can, okay? Until then, we'll keep you safe. Everyone had such high hopes for me. It was a tiny village with no future, but they all believed in me, even though I didn't deserve it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm so weak. I'm sorry I couldn't be stronger. I'm sorry I couldn't protect our village. Ugh, what is wrong with this village? I told them it was futile to fight back, but they still tried to resist. Did they all go crazy? Forget the technical fairies. Find the child of prophecy. We've embarrassed ourselves long enough as it is. If we let her escape now, we'll never be able to face the High Queen Morgan. His voice was like thunder. It was the first time I had heard a truly powerful fairy roar of anger. Yes, she did, and welcome to the chat, my miss. I was too scared to even try to fight. All I could do was run away by myself, crying. And thank you for the follow, too. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I wish I could have stayed there with you. It only took half a day to make it back to Salisbury. This new carriage is so much easier to pull. And now that we're fighting against the Queen, I have no intention of obeying the speed limit anymore. At this pace, we can make it back to Londinium before sunset. What would you like to do? I don't think there's any rush. Seconded. I need to get out before my poor back and butt shatter completely. I could use a break or two. I think I might be getting a little motion sick. So why don't we rest up at Mike's restaurant? I've been wanting to talk to him about something anyway. How about you, Percival? And to continue on to Londinium. I'm sure the Child of Prophecy will be welcome in Salisbury, but I don't think the same can be said for the commander of the Round Table Army. Huh? What are you talking about, Percival? There's a resistance movement in Salisbury too, right? Why don't you just work together? It's not that simple. The Round Table Army and the Salisbury Rebel Army are different organizations. They may be similar, but their goals aren't quite the same. Especially since Aurora is still publicly presenting herself as being on the Queen's side. If she did anything to hint that she's sympathetic to the Round Table Army, she'd be squished like a bug, clan head or not. Guess that's true, yeah. But ain't it kind of a bad look to just be sitting on the sidelines at this point? Not at all, Lord Muramasa. I wouldn't expect Lady Aurora to choose anything else. Anyway, Kundry's telling me she still has plenty of energy, so I'm going to go ahead to Londinium. Oh, beloved Child of Prophecy. Oh, valiant Child of Prophecy. Courageous savior in Norwich. Equal to the Queen in Camelot. She's going to rebuild Londinium and defeat the Tamlin. Damn, there's a whole festival going on outside. I know it. It's all about Altria. They're even selling pancakes that look just like her. I'll grab a dozen or so before we leave, okay? Da Vinci, you're finally back. Where were you? You said you were only going to be a little while, but it's been over 2 weeks. Oh, but never mind that. The important thing is, you're back. I've gotten so many things I wanted to show you. I made a whole new menu. I've been getting along better with the Wind Clan fairies. And I've been hanging out with humans now. It's been real busy, but I'm having so much fun. Hey Mike, sorry for making you worry. Still, don't you think you might be trying a few too many new things at once? You're the kind of fairy who concentrates best when you're on your own, so I think you'd be better off sticking to one thing at a time. You think? Well, maybe you're right. But one's just not enough anymore. After all the amazing things you taught me, Da Vinci, everything else just pales in comparison. Sheesh, how could I scold you after a compliment like that? Sorry, Hio, but I need to stop by the kitchen to taste test Mike's new recipes. I just hope he hasn't used any overly trained seasonings this time. By all means, take your time. What would you be resting up in the back? Nice to see Da Vinci's got a friend. Well, more of an apprentice, really. She said she's got to know him while she was wandering around on her own. It at least means we can come and go as we please. That does make it perfect for having a secret meetings here in this quiet little back table. Oberon? Yeah, I've got something serious to discuss. You know how... I know you all kept quiet about this after you left the Welsh Woods, and I appreciate your consideration, but time is not on our side. Woodrose's army still has Londinium surrounded if we're going to defeat them. Yeah? I'm going to need a katana. Will you make me one, Muramasa? Huh? I'm a grown man. I can't keep fighting with the tree branch forever, and your katana's so cool. You think it'd be okay if I wore one on my waist, too? Are you nuts? You don't carry a katana for looks. Besides, isn't iron dangerous for fairies? Don't worry, it'll be just for show. I'd never actually use something like that dangerous. That's worse, you dumbass. I'm not gonna help you be a damn samurai cosplayer. The most you're getting out of me is a bamboo sword. Oh, Oberon. It's good to see Oberon feeling better again, isn't it, Hio? Yes, it is. It sounds like a joke, but he's really serious about this katana idea. How could you do this to me, Muramasa? You're even stingier than I thought. Did you forget how you only beat Barghest with my help? That's got nothing to do with this. I can't give you a katana when you don't even know how to use one. I gotta admit, you were pretty good in that fight, though. When you said you weren't much good in a fight earlier, were you just being modest? Well, yes and no. I don't like pain, and my abilities make me much better at serving in a support role. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Plus, I didn't really want to draw attention away from the Child of Prophecy. If she thought her companions were more capable than she was, Altria probably would have slunk back to Titchdagel long ago. But I decided to avoid the limelight until she started feeling a little more confident. Good point. I probably would have just gone back to Titanikle if you had, yeah. See? At any rate, that was my one foray into combat. I wasn't myself back there. The foreign mage is supposed to guide the child of prophecy, not me. I'm not going to overstep my bounds anymore. From here on, this battle is for the two of you to fight. Besides, now that the Welsh forest has been burned down, my part in all this is probably just about over. Oberon? Guys, Mike just told me some big news. Huh? What's with all the long faces? Did you already hear about it from a patron or something? No, we haven't heard anything. What's this all about, Da Vinci? Well, some of the refugees from Norwich who escaped to Salisbury headed off to Londinium this morning to join the Round Table Army. Is it because we defeated Gawain? Yep, apparently news of her defeat has already made it across Britain. I have an idea or two about who might have gone around spreading that rumor, but never mind that for now. The important thing is that people are starting to really put their faith in the Child of Prophecy now. The enemy thinks that the Round Table Army is just going to stay holed up in Londinium, but if we could muster enough fighters to go on the offensive, we could defeat Woodwose before the Queen sends reinforcements. Exactly, though only if we keep getting more fighters from across the country. And if we're going to make that happen, we've only got one option. Can you do this for us, Oberon? Of course, besides you guys have already met the criteria Aurora laid out. All that's left now is for her to uphold her end of the deal. So let's go get your award for saving Norwich. That went great. Aurora didn't have any problem flat answering the bell. I was just reciting poetry when I heard the bell ring all the way outside town, too. It was as crisp and clear as a crunchy carrot. Still, I can't help but worry about how Lady Aurora will be able to keep her position after this. Apparently, she plans to tell the Queen that we broke in and rang it while she was away. We'll just have to trust that Aurora's diplomatic skills will be enough to carry her through such an obvious lie. Still, even if the Queen does start treating her as an enemy, so long as she can maintain plausible deniability until we defeat Woodvose's army, we could then send Round Table Army troops out to Salisbury to keep her safe in case the Queen's army shows up. Great point. Besides, Altria's rung 2 bells now. Even I can tell that her aura is incredible. Everything from her strength to her power to her destructive force has increased like a billion times over. Just so you know, I'm the strongest fairy ever now. Not even Barkes could stand a chance against me. Oh man, I can't believe you actually said that. I was so impressed. You think? I don't remember saying anything like that, but you really think so? What do you think, Oberon? Can I take Baggy in one-on-one now? Not likely. You're probably just a bit stronger than Tristan now, but Barkes is tough even without her gifted name. She still has at least 10 times the strength and skill you do, so taking her on alone would be suicide. Right, of course. It's not like I was any better than Trask to start with, after all. That's not true, besides we really have gotten stronger. He was right, your magical circuits are right, for fairies are called fey markings, aren't they? Anyway, no matter what you call them, you clearly have more of them now. For example, both humans and fairies alike are born with a set number of nerves. But in your case, instead of getting stronger for training, like most people, you've gotten stronger because of an increase in the number of nerves you have. It's completely unprecedented and makes you very, very special. That said, it also raises other questions. I've heard there are 2 kinds of fairies here. The kind whose appearance never changes from the time they're born, and the kind whose appearance changes at every stage of their life. By this point, I'm pretty sure you're the latter type. But there still aren't many past examples of a fairy's abilities growing this much. Though there have, of course, been cases where loss of purpose or shine has led to a fairy losing magical energy. Cool, your artifact here, Cuck. Yeah, that's to be expected, she said so earlier. But it's okay. That's what VODs are for. Though there have, of course, been cases where loss of purpose or shine has led to a fairy losing magical energy. So how do you feel about these developments, Eltria? At any rate, I'm what to do with the answer to that myself. Well, maybe it's just because I'm the child of prophecy. I need some sort of edge if I'm really going to fulfill my calling. That does make sense. If a mediocre fairy like you is going to defeat a genius like Morgan, you pretty much have to cheat to stand a chance. Huh, what about you then, Oberon? How good of a fighter are you, anyway? I didn't have a chance to see you in the forest, so why don't you tell me what you can really do? I already said I'm not going to fight anymore, remember? Besides, who would I even fight? Okay, Murmurasa, you're with me. Gareth, you're also with me. Regibit, you're with me too. Da Vinci, you're with me. And Hio, you're of course with me too. Okay, we have our teams. Let's go, Oberon. I'm gonna kick your scrawny ass all up and down this field. Fine then. You'll take my side, right, Hio? Sorry about this. And that's done. Back to story. Salisbury's bell has been rung. Now I cannot yet declare this publicly, but as the head of the Wind Clan, I have accepted the Child of Prophecy as the rightful savior of Britain. Once she has rung all 6 bells, the Wind Clan shall make our objections known to the Queen. Fortunately, this also means that the horrors of war will one day reach Salisbury as well. Will you all accept my decision, even if it should bring trouble to our doorstep? Of course, Lady Aurora. You needn't even ask. We cannot trust Queen Morgan with Fairy Britain. You have all been eagerly awaiting this day for a long time now. I would expect no less from the guards of Salisbury. Your loyalty pleases me. The Child of Prophecy has returned to Londinium. Our battle of Woodwillows will begin shortly. Things will start to change very quickly across the land once she has rung Oxford's bell as well. Be sure to set your formation so that you are ready to deploy at a moment's notice. Excuse me, Lady Coral? Our formations are already set. We can leave for Londinium at any time. Shouldn't we go help them fight Woodwillows to show how strong Salisbury truly is? Watch your tone. This is not your choice to make. Listen to me closely. The Fang Clan have long been proud guardians of Britain. The Wind Clan will never do battle with them. Our enemies are Morgan the Witch, the Earth Clan for the transgression they've committed, the Queen's supporters in Camelot who gorge themselves on peace, and the humans of the anti-fairy organization who don't know their place. Lady Aurora will not lead us into battle until Camelot is well and truly on the back foot. I will not tolerate anyone carelessly putting our fair city in danger. Salisbury will remain neutral until the time is right. Forget about the humans of Londinium. So, is it that so Salisbury won't be punished if the Child of Prophecy should happen to lose? That's why I said, I trust there are no objections. Understood. We will not open Salisbury's gates to anyone, even refugees from Londinium. Really, I don't see the harm in that, Coral. Lady Aurora. It may be dangerous for us to take in soldiers from the Round Table Army, yes. But civilians from Londinium who took no part in the battle would merely be refugees. It would be improper for me, as the head of a clan, to simply turn aside people with nowhere else to go. Besides, if he were to simply leave the weak to their fates, on what grounds could we reject Queen Morgan's rule? But if we take in refugees, we'll have to fight the Queen before the Child of Prophecy can complete her pilgrimage. It's okay, Coral. It won't be a problem. Guess I'll treat her for yourself, right? She's strong enough now to keep Londinium safe. Plus, she has Oberon Heel with her as well. That said, if the Round Table Army were somehow to fall in spite of that, then the time for us to remain on the sidelines will have ended. For we will be honor-bound to protect the lives and freedoms of any fairies and humans who come from Londinium seeking refuge. Wow, that's so generous of you, Lady Aurora. You refuse to put us in danger by helping Londinium, yet you're so willing to help its people, even though they tried so pointlessly to assert their independence. You truly are the perfect queen, Lady Aurora. You're the one who can bridge the gap between fairies and humans. We of the Liberation Army vow to keep you and your city safe, even if it should cost our lives. What are these inferior creatures saying? There's no possible way you could protect Salisbury or Lady Aurora by yourselves. Ugh, it's no use. I knew humans were worthless. All I can do now is hope the Child of Prophecy succeeds. I hope she's able to ring all the bells of pilgrimage before it comes time to fight the Queen. Let's see. Standard affair. Got it.
望まれることを望まれたようにそう言われなくても それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドスカイバーン。私を悪魔と言ったその通りよ。原始の地獄に帰りなさい。邪魔。そう言われなくても。私を悪魔と言ったその通りよ。原始の地獄に帰りなさい。先に進みましょう。宴会は大勝利の後に取っておきます。
I can't believe things changed so much in the 2 days we were away. Is it just fear? There are way more people here now than before. Not just you, there have been more people pouring in from the east and south gates this morning. It's all because you guys beat a Tamlin. I couldn't believe the news when I heard either. I'm glad you're all back safe and sound. I wasn't worried about you wouldn't make it, but it's still good to see you're all well. It's all this commotion because... That's right, they're all from Norwich. Some want to join our army, others just want to live here. Even this is only about half of everyone who showed up. There are so many that we had to have the rest stay at Norwich for the time being. That's right, I managed to sneak them inside Londinium under the cover of night yesterday, but that won't work again. Now that Woodrose is sending up patrols, the rest will have to come once this battle's over, right? Pepe, you're here too. Oh, of course, hon. Almost time for the final battle, isn't it? So I thought, why just sit around in Norwich waiting for a report when I could see the action for myself? Thanks for everything, Count. Oh, no. You shouldn't go thanking me just yet. I have my own goals after all. I'm really just using you as bait here. Once the fighting begins in earnest, you're staying in Londinium until it's over, right? And if Beryl knows where his target is, he's bound to turn up sooner or later. For some reason, I could just tell when and where he'll try to strike. He loves going after his victims when their guard is down, right after they've won a hard battle. So you're both cut from the same dirty cloth, huh? Well, as long as it gets him out of our hair, you won't hear me complaining. But don't go taking any serious risks, alright? If you die now, we're gonna have to go through the rigmarole of unifying Norwich again. Oh my, you're worried about me, Massey? That makes coming to Britain all the more worthwhile. Don't be an idiot. Since I'm the child of Prophecy's bodyguard right now, I'd rather just be dealing with you than Spriggan. Sure thing, hun. Whatever you say. Alright, since I'm technically affiliated with the Chaldeans, maybe it's time I got down to serious business. First of all, Trio da Vinci. Would you come to the war room with me? I have a proposal for what comes after the prophecy. After the prophecy? Let me get right to the point. This lost belt isn't like the others. It's not going to go away, even with its tree of emptiness destroyed. It was never part of human history long enough to be pruned away in the first place. Rather, this world is just as strong as a proper human history, a new human history, not an empty one. Ironic that fantastical creatures like berries became their own human history, isn't it? So you're saying this place isn't a lost belt, but a lost world, huh? I could buy that. Britain's tree of emptiness may have burned down during the attack on Olympus, but it long since stopped functioning. I think this lost belt escaped the Tree of Emptiness' cosmic fantasy about 2019 years ago. The first year of the era of the High Queen, when Morgan began ruling Britain. It's not the Tree of Emptiness keeping this lost belt going, it's Morgan herself. But that also means that once we defeat her, this lost belt will go back to the way it was. And that should mean it will eventually be pruned away just like the others. That's true, at least for Britain, but not for its residents. In the other lost belts, the fates of the people who lived there were inextricably tied to their surroundings. That's not the case for this lost belt. If nothing else, we can be sure that fairies who are born during this era of the High Queen won't disappear even if they leave this lost spell. It makes sense, really, since this world is just as strong as proper human history. That's the difference I'm trying to point out. You mean, they can immigrate? That's right, humans who were born in the land of the Fae can only live here. But if they wanted to, the fairies of this land can immigrate to proper human history. Now do you get it? There's a possible future where you can all live together in peace and harmony. So... what's that all mean, Da Vinci? It means that even if defeating Morgan results in this lost spell disappearing, you could still survive if you came with us to the outside world. At least once we figure out how to get past that wall of light. Yep, you could either disappear with this place or start a new life in proper human history. The choice is yours, Altria. In fact, you could abandon this whole child of prophecy thing and just leave right now. There's a whole other life waiting for you on Chaldea's storm border if you like. I'm kind of amazed you said that, Pepe. Especially with Percival standing right here. Oh, I wouldn't have said it at all if Percy hadn't been here. I've already told him about proper human history, the lost spells, Chaldea, and the Tree of Emptiness. That's why I just told you and Altria about this as well. I just wanted to get this all out in the open so there'd be no hard feelings. Pretty fair of me, right? How do you feel about this, Percival? Well, I don't know nearly as much as the rest of you, so this may be pretty simplistic. But if Altria wants to stop being the child of prophecy, that's entirely her choice. Really? Even though you went through all the trouble of creating a round table army? Really, I chose to build a round table army on my own. Nobody forced me to do it, and I don't intend to force anyone else to join. And besides, I really don't deserve to be their commander, not after some of the things I've done. So please believe me when I say you don't need to give up what you want for us. Besides, now that we know we can still help the fairies of Britain escape to the outside world, even without defeating the Queen. And isn't just knowing that that's an option a big step towards forward for Fairy Britain? Well, yeah, I guess so. But, I still don't think that's good enough. Morgan will never just sit back and let everyone walk away. If we're really gonna save the fairies of Britain, there's no getting around the fact that we'll have to defeat Morgan Le Fay. Where did the Fay part come from? I'm pretty sure that means the fairy in the Legend of King Arthur. The Fay part changed over time to Fay in modern day English, although I haven't seen a single other fairy called Morgan that since I've been here. I see, so you still want to defeat Queen Morgan, just like the prophecy said, huh, Altria? Looks like I'm with you to the bitter end, then. If, as a cryptor, I'm gonna settle things with Beryl, then I guess as Hio's nosy senpai, I have the right to interfere in your affairs, too. Okay, that's enough serious talk for now. Well, I trust this goes without saying, for the record. If Altria plans to continue on her path to the Child of Prophecy, we best keep this conversation between ourselves. It wouldn't be very good for morale if the rebels found out that you could just escape the world itself, wouldn't it? Okay, let's discuss matters as they stand. We may have more soldiers to work with thanks to the volunteers from Norwich, but we can't deploy them right away. They will likely need more training, and it will take time to establish lines of communication and integrate them into our existing forces. Well, sure, it'd be a foolhardy to send over 100 new troops into combat with any practical training. So does that mean we're going to focus on defense while we train the new troops, instead of making a surprise attack on Woodwell's army? That would be the safest option, if we had time to take it. Once the Queen sends Woodwell's reinforcements, it'll be much more difficult to hold Londinium's line of defense. So instead, we're going to pretend to focus on defense while a small squad of elite soldiers from my company, along with Itola and Kenwood's platoons, take a day to sneak around behind enemy's forces. Once they're ready, I'll send out my company along with the volunteer soldiers from Londinium to pad their numbers. Then, while the enemy is focused on Londinium, our unit will ambush Woodwell himself and take him out. Once our clan head has fallen, the other fairies should lose their sense of purpose. It's one of the weaknesses shared by all clan-affiliated fairies. I'm not a huge fan of this strategy, but exploiting that weakness is our best move. Then, does that mean we're going to settle this tomorrow night? That's right. Our assault unit will set out from Londinium before dawn. As for all of you, I'd like to stay here and protect the castle walls, just in case. What if we went with you? I appreciate the offer, but you see, we'll be marching upstream through the river. Since none of you are used to traversing that kind of terrain, I'm afraid you'd exhaust yourselves before we even reached our destination. Okay, you got it. I think we could be of help defending Londinium. You obviously know what you're doing when it comes to skirmishing on a level ground. So just leave things here to us and focus on winning your fight. I will. Thank you, Lady Da Vinci. I swear on the sacred spirit I won't come back without defeating Woodwoes. Meow. Wow. Dun. Is that Oberon? Surprise. I might be a halfway with a perpetual princely smile plastered across my face, but even if I fly into a rage if you burn down my domain. But Oberon doesn't play fair. The trap he planted in the woods makes a massive bar cast his shin. Why are you sitting on the desk with a cool pin? Oh, it's you, Hio. I'm just writing in my diary. I have an atrocious memory, so I always write the day's events as entertainingly as possible. What about you? Why did you come to the war room when no one else was around? Did you feel so guilty about the festivities going on in the town plaza that you thought you'd escape up here? You're worried about MASH, right? I get it. It's not easy. It's easy not to think about her during a battle, but at times like this, you can't help it. I know I keep saying this, but you and MASH will see each other again. I guarantee it. I can't tell you where she is or how she's doing. But I can tell you she's with someone trustworthy, a heroic spirit from proper human history who you've both met before. All you have to do is help Latria. That's the quickest way you'll be reunited with MASH. I thought Morgan had taken MASH prisoner. Looks like no one else is listening right now, so I guess I can tell you this much. Yeah, Morgan teleported MASH, but she sent her somewhere not even Morgan herself can touch her. Morgan can't capture anyone. All she ever does is send him off somewhere else. But that's nothing an outsider like you needs to worry about. All you guys need to do is defeat her. As for me, all I care about is my bride. I'm helping you all as a part of helping her. After all, you can't have a happy bride without a handsome groom, right? So I can't have you dying on me for both my and Mash's sake. Because my dream is to see off 100 happy brides. So what number is MASH? MASH makes 1. I don't know about the Hobbit trap from proper human history, but my dream started with MASH. If you know any servants who are worried about planning their wedding, you'd be doing them a favor by introducing me to them. I can tailor any dress no matter how impossible it seems. Man, woman, human, monster, wherever they are, if they dream about being a bride, I'm there to help. There she is. Hey you, the really energetic fairy. Huh? Are you talking to me? Do you not know my name's Gareth? Gareth, huh? What a great name. It's nice and short, but also really courageous sounding. Thanks, but it's actually just a name I'm going by. Nobody actually gave it to me. Anyway, you're probably here to see Altria, right? Must have been too hard for a kid to break through the throng of soldiers that were surrounding her in the town square earlier, huh? Wait here, I'll go get her. Nah, we don't want us here. The childhood prophecies already got Percival at the grown-ups. We just want to talk to you. Me? But why did you want to? Just come with me, okay? Everyone's waiting for you. Wait, don't tuck my sleeve. I'll go with you, okay? She's here. Sem brought the charging lady back with him. Whoa, so many human kids. They must have come here seeking refuge. Huh? This is the Castle Smithy, right? Yep, we're helping up Granny because there aren't enough grown-ups to go around. Hey, Nan, I brought her. Come, do the thing. Yes, I know. Would you mind coming here, young lady? The children asked me to make you a set of armor. I tried to tell them no, but they weren't having it. Huh? Armor? For me? What is this? A mithril shield? Not even the Queen's Knight get to use these. What were you thinking? I can't accept something so valuable. Should be giving this to Altria. Someone as worthless as me doesn't deserve. Worthless? Well, that's not nice. You don't believe what these children saw in you. They were all abandoned by Norwich, but they scraped together everything they had to buy the materials for me to make this for you. They know you're not Percival or the Child of Prophecy. They were entranced by the sight of your tiny form fighting valiantly on the battlefield. Well, do you insist you're worthless? But I don't even know what kind of fairy I am. I'm just a weird stray. So what does that matter? Fairies are fairies, right? Who cares how you were born or what your role is supposed to be? You protected Londinium for us. The first time you came here, you stood up for Yuri when she was crying because she tripped and spilled the fruit in her basket. You saved Samari when she went to look out for food and almost got captured by Woodwose' soldiers. Humans who are trained to be kids, like us, have no way of helping out in battle. And we only have around 6 months left to live. Nobody else ever protected us. But you didn't care about any of that. You still fought as hard as you could to help us. That's why we wanted to thank you. Go on, Samaria. Here you go, Miss Knight. Thank you for saving us all those times. You're always charging headlong into danger, right? We've been worried about you this whole time. That's why we asked Nan to make you this armor, so you won't get hurt anymore. Me? You want me to wear this so I don't get hurt, even though you guys are covered in bruises? You see, those children don't care at all about what kind of fairy you are. I wasn't of much use anymore in Norwich either, so I ended up here while I was looking for a place to die. But once I had something to do again, it was like I never left the forge. I used to think our purpose was something we were born with. But the truth is, having people depend on you or helping those around you can help you become a new person, the person you need to be. There you are, Gareth. Shall we get started with your training? Today, I want to work on polishing your charge attack and the speed that goes into it. You've got good instincts, so you should be able to tell what your opponent is going to do before. Gareth, is something wrong? You don't look very happy. Oh no, I'm fine. It's nothing. That's right. It was nothing. What I wanted wasn't to save Bryn, or anything so grand as that. It was really nothing, the kind of ordinary thing anyone could do. I see, so those are tears of happiness. I'm glad you found people you care about and who care about you. Shall we give training a pass then, since it's such an important day? No way, I'm going to train twice as hard now. I still have a lot of fighting left to do. I'm a Knight of Londinium after all. A Knight of Londinium, huh? What a thing to say. You never failed to surprise. Huh? Don't laugh at me just because you're stronger than I am. It's rude. I'm serious about this. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I guess you wouldn't know about this. See, the Knight of Londinium was actually a specific person back in the Fae era. He was a human king known as the last knight who fought the fairy clans and won. And he was Ace the Savior's lover. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I guess I was the one being rude. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Knight of Londinium. It's a lot better than Round Table Army. And for what it's worth, I think it suits you better too. After all, you really are trying to protect Londinium. I didn't say anything back then because I could tell it wasn't a good time. But you never did tell Altria Hio what happened when he fought Lancelot in the Welsh Woods, did you? Back then. I can reach her next move, but I'm too slow to guard against it. She's just too fast for human eyes to follow. Huh, I'm surprised your arm's still attached. You've grown, if only a little. It doesn't matter though, you could never hope to catch up to me. My physical capabilities, my magical energy levels, my time, I surpass you in every way, so come on, just give it up already. I guess that's too much to ask though. You never could listen, even when you were a child. There's no point in me saying this, but I'll say it anyway. Don't use that spear, Percival. It's too much for a human to handle. This is just a hunch, but... Do you happen to know Lancelot from somewhere, Percival? Yes, Lancelot and I were actually students at the same place. We trained together for a few years, but that's all. I'm so sorry for making you worry over nothing. Now I'm just Percival, commander of the Round Table Army. Lancelot and I are enemies now. We have nothing to say to each other and no intention of holding back. Don't worry, the next time we fight, I'll beat her. Especially since I'm sure you and all the others will be there to help me, too. We heard all about what you did in Norwich. Not even Morgan could defeat him, worse the size of a castle. Thank you, but I can't take all the credit for that. I could never have done it without the Foreign Mage, the Knight of Sheffield, and everyone else who helped us. That last battle you fought was incredible. My body felt light as a feather, but my sword hit harder than ever. With magecraft like yours, Lady Otri, we have nothing to fear from a coward like Woodwose. Thank you, but I'm afraid my magecraft doesn't last very long, so please don't get too far from us. And if you ever start to feel tired, please retreat immediately. Can you tell us what happened in Gloucester, Child of Prophecy? Alright, see ya, Cuck. Is it true that you gave Tristan both a verbal beatdown and a physical one? She killed countless fairies for no reason, and nobody's been able to stand up to her since she's the Queen's daughter. Every fairy in Britain has been waiting for her to finally get what's coming to her. Now, if you being Barkhouse, I hope you can defeat that horrible Tamlin next. Yes, if I get the chance, I will. Besides, I'll need to face all Tamlin sooner or later. So when the time comes to Queen fight Morgan's daughter, I'm sure she'll face justice for everything she's done. Whoa, that sounds amazing. I can't wait. You really are the undefeated king, the savior of the battlefield. 3 cheers for the Traveler Prophecy. 3 cheers for Lady Altria. The fact that they're all so nice makes this twice as tiring than usual. I haven't had to do this stuff since Titanago. I'd forgotten how hard it is. I hope I did okay. I hope they didn't realize I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Don't worry, none of them had a clue. That was some great acting. I should have known the Child of Prophecy would know how to work a crowd. Is that how you handled them back in your hometown, too? I wouldn't say that. Yikes, it must have been even worse than I thought. Usually, you'd be biting my head off for that remark. What's going on? Something got you so down you can't even snap at me? Huh? Now you're being all considerate, Muramasa? Feels even worse than you're teasing. Is that so? Well, don't let me interrupt your pretty party. Clearly, no reason to worry about you. I'm sorry, I was just kidding, honestly. I know you really are concerned about me. I'm sorry for making you worry, but I do really appreciate it. Nah, what I'm really worried about is the battle tomorrow. How are we supposed to win if our leader's staring at our feet all glum instead of watching the enemy? Oh, I see. Well, that's too bad. But really, you shouldn't have to worry about me. I'm just a little tired from all the fighting we've been doing lately. Plus, all these Round Table Army people are just a lot more excited about this than I am. I mean, they all have their own important reasons for being here. Some want to fight for the fairy and human freedoms, some want revenge on the queen, some want a better tomorrow. Those are all great reasons, but they're so serious it's hard for me to keep up. I mean, I'm only here because I'm the Child of Prophecy. Sure, I like to fight and I'm good at it, but it's embarrassing to be put on such a high pedestal. You're good at it? Nonsense. There's no way anyone who actually likes fighting would have wanted something like that. Even Hio wanted a Holy Grail. Was a damn sight better than that. Huh? You saw what it is I wanted, Muramasa? Of all the things you could have desired, that was all you wanted? So what if she was a Child of Prophecy? If you want to act how you think everyone expects, fine, but no one else is going to say this, I will. Altria, you're not cut out for fighting. But if I quit, I will be letting everyone down, right? So it's okay, I'll be fine. I know I'm in over my head, and I still have no confidence in my ability to actually pull this off. But I'm sure I could still at least figure out how to ring the bells of pilgrimage, so I'm going to keep doing my best to be a good Child of Prophecy. Okay, that takes care of my report to the border. What are you doing up this late, Hio? Everyone besides the lookouts is sleeping now. I was just about to turn in too. Well, if you're having trouble sleeping, do you want to talk about what's ever on your mind? What do you think Peppa meant by humans not being able to migrate outside of this lost belt? Oh, that? Okay, I guess this was bound to come up eventually. When Pepperoncino said the humans born here can only live here, I think what he really meant to say was, even to our maiden fairy burden can't survive outside it. He's seen a lot of different sides of the land of the Fae by now. Well, one of them is those prisons they call human ranches. You don't know what's really going on in those places, right? They're factories where humans are made. Right. The large facility Altria told us not to look at was a giant human manufacturing plant. At first, I thought they were being made just like homunculi. I realized as I've been studying the humans here that isn't the case. Every human here is a clone made from rearranging the DNA of one human. Even though they started out with only one human for base material, they were able to come up with hundreds of millions of variations over repeated reimaginings and duplications. Enough variations to rival the sheer variety of people found in proper human history. The difference is that the humans made here can't reproduce and their lifespans are predetermined. I don't think the lifespan part was intentional. There's probably only so much their cells can take. When I first got to Salisbury, I remember finding it odd that there weren't any elderly humans around. There were plenty of elderly fairies, sure, but no elderly humans. But that alone isn't reason to say they can't survive, right? True, the real proof rests in the era the original human was born. The era of the High Queen, Morgan's reign, began after the Tree of Emptiness died. When she took over Britain, it became a lost world instead of a lost belt. A whole other theoretical phenomenon, basically. That means anything born in this era could survive in proper human history, too. But Fate Era Britain was the lost boat supported by a tree of emptiness. Its emptiness is a proving theoretical phenomena. Anything born in a lost boat can't survive outside it. Of course, if a being is able to cross that boundary into a higher level phenomenon, like being inscribed in the front of heroes, that will allow them to survive in proper human history as well. But obviously, that's not the kind of thing just anyone can do. This is just speculation on my part, but I guess this Britain originally didn't have humans. That they've been essentially created here, fairies and humans have switched roles. Here, fairies are real and humans are the fantastical, made-up creatures. That's why humans from Fairy Britain can't survive in reality-based proper human history. Whatever feelings you may have about humans are here, treated here are yours. You can want to change things or you want to give up, but you shouldn't impress your own morality upon them. Even if their lives seem like a fleeting illusion to outsiders, they're still very real to them. As for their age limits, well, every life's time has to come to an end someday. It's kind of sad that these people won't get more time, sure, but that's all it is. Sad, but it's nothing you need to grieve over. The important thing in everyone's life is where they're trying to go and how far they manage to get. I don't mean literal physical distance, it's a big picture reason to exist. The kind of ultimate destination point that says, this is the kind of species we were. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I fully grasp what he said. Well, of course, I'm a peerless genius created by a peerless genius, you know. Anyway, I'm more worried about the opposite situation. Humans from Fairy Britain might not be able to leave, but fairies could if they wanted to. Just like how Morgan said she was going to expand her territory. There could be fairies who would want to come over to proper human history. And if one of them should be evil enough to be considered an evil of humanity, that could be what leads to collapse. Right, here, take another look at this mural. Remember what it was called, the Abyssal Worm. In general, legends like these that have been passed down in Fairy Britain are prophecies made by the Mirror Clan. So there's a very good chance this mural is based on one of those very prophecies. When were the 6 clans gathered around to worship an enormous beast in a land with no gods? I didn't say anything when we first found this mural because there were so many other people around. But look at these markings underneath it. The fairies here probably don't know what it says because it's not written in fairy language. But these are probably hieroglyphics, which predate even the Hebrew writing system. I'm guessing they were either written here about 14,000 years ago, or during one of proper human history's ancient civilization eras, or someone used them deliberately, and more recently, to pass on a message that will only be understood in the futures, and only by humans at that. Can you read them? Of course, they form a single word. Cernunnos. It's the name of an ancient Celtic god, and proves that gods did once exist in the land of the Fae. Oh, we got our first hint of Cernunnos. Let's go. Tamlin Lancelot, Lady Barkas, Tamlin Grain. As of this moment, both have returned from their mission in the Welsh woods. Tamlin, make your reports to Her Majesty. Tell me all. I will have only the unabridged truth. Yes, High Queen, I cleansed the forest of Wales as you commanded. During the mission, I fought the Child of Prophecy, the foreign mage, and the traitorous Oberon. In doing so, I lost the name you gifted me, and I returned to simply being as Bargas. Haha, this is hilarious. How the mighty Sir Gawain has fallen. You know, running back here with your tail between your legs is kind of charming, at least for a dog duchess. So this is the second time you've let the Child of Prophecy get away from you, you know. Nothing to say for yourself. Mother may be kind and understanding, but even she has her limits. We completed the mission you gave us, Your Majesty. The forest is cleansed. Barkas stopped fighting simply because she no longer needed to. Tamlin Gawain suffered no defeat, unlike you, Tristan. Was that a shot at me, Lancelot? You're so lousy at it, I'm honestly not sure. And lose the freaking mask already. Why should I listen to you back talk to me if you don't even have the guts to show your face? I was only stating a fact. Whoa, Lady Lancelot just showed her face. She only does that during ceremonies. What an incredible stroke of luck. That long silvery hair, those golden eyes that shine like crystals, she truly is a one-of-a-kind dragon fairy. Don't worry about me, Lancelot. This has nothing to do with you. I wasn't trying to help you. I just took it off because it was in the way. So what? You're on Team Loser too, Lancelot. I can't believe you didn't even try to defend yourself. Did something happen to Lancelot? She's usually so unflappable. Your Majesty, I cannot deny that I was defeated. I have betrayed your trust in me and have besmirched the name of all Tamlin. I will accept whatever punishment you judge to be fitting. Indeed, it is unthinkable that Tamlin should be defeated by the Child of Prophecy. You are therefore commanded to remain in your own lands and reflect on your failure. You have worked tirelessly to keep peace and order in Fairy Britain these past 2 centuries. Now is the time for you to rest. So the Black Dog Duchess is being relegated to Manchester. She's no longer going to be on the front line. Now's our chance to find the most promising upcoming knight in our ranks and have them be bestowed with Tamlin's gifted name in their place. Idiots, it's not another fairy in Britain who could possibly take Barkhest's place. So, are you sure it's a good idea to give her leave, Mother? Shouldn't she be out backing up Woodwose? May I please say something, Your Majesty? I believe Barkhest should be tone persons on the battlefield. We received reports that the rebel forces in London are continuing to grow in number. The Fang clan alone may not be enough to stop them. We should send Barkhest out there and have her defeat the Child of Prophecy once and for all. You are, I assume, joking, yes? Do you truly believe mere humans capable of being Woodwose? But Lord Woodwose is over 1,000 years old. Surely he can't be in any shape to assert. Ignorance truly would seem to be bliss. Huh? I have already sent reinforcements to Oxford. They should rendezvous with Woodwose's forces tomorrow. Together, they will be more than enough to raise Londinium. Barkhest will not be needed there. I see. Now I understand, Your Majesty. An excellent decision, as always. Barkhest, where's the Knight Fortune? He has yet to report to me. Did he somehow perish in battle? Fortune hasn't returned. What could have happened to him after I last saw him? Knight Fortune and I went our separate ways once the forest was cleansed. He did not tell me where he was going. I see. If you do not know where he is either, then he must have fallen to the foreign mage or encountered a group of Moors. Regardless, the cessation of his reports must mean he has died. Fairies have declined so deplorably, even those who survived the war against the Moors. Very well, leave me now, officers. I can stomach your incompetence no longer. Yes, High Queen, I'm so sorry we couldn't be more useful. Your Majesty, wait, may I speak? So you are willing to risk your life to do so? You are so earnest to a fault, I see. Very well, I know what you have to say will be nonsense, but say it anyway. Thank you, High Queen. What I wish to say is, I cannot believe that the foreign mage truly means to destroy Britain. She works with the Child of Prophecy to repel the calamity of Norwich. She accepted your invitation to Camelot, and she even went out of her way to try and protect the Welsh woods. Human or not, she is far more trustworthy than Knock-Never-Be, who only seeks to disturb Britain's peace. Barkhest. The great calamity will be upon us soon. Surely we could use all the help we can get. If the foreign mage is not actually our enemy, her knowledge could be a powerful asset. Please let me try to negotiate with proper human history. The Child of Prophecy may be a traitor, but the foreign mage could be an ally to the No, I will hear no more of your nonsense, Barkhest. Under no circumstances will I cooperate with proper human history, regardless of the perils we may face. As you fear, every fairy alive now will likely die in the great calamity. But so long as Britain remains intact, and me with it, nothing else matters. Our High Queen's resolve is incredible. Did she really say that we were all gonna die, but Camelot will be safe, right? Of course it will. Why would she want to rule Britain with no subjects? The High Queen is still a fairy at heart. Without us, there would be no point in protecting the land. You heard, Mother. Barkhest, get through that boulder atop the shoulders, would you? If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Mother couldn't care less about your fairies. The looks in those officer faces were priceless. I can only imagine how much fun it will be to see them panic once the real show begins. Is she serious? Then, the High Queen truly has no intention of saving her subjects' lives. Gotcha, so that's the scoop with the High Queen's reinforcements. I have nothing more to say. I'll just keep an eye on things and play it by ear. My next entree is Hio. I don't care about the battle between Woodwose and the Round Table Art. Whoa, you're kidding me. Pepperoncinos in London too. Damn, that was close. I'd have blundered right into a minefield if you hadn't warned me. Thanks for telling me this. I owe you one. Don't worry, I'll keep my distance from Londinium. There are plenty of other chances in the future. Honey, I'm home. Oh, so good. You should have seen Barkast's cheek in her boots. You'll never guess what awesomely horrible thing Mother... Hey, was that someone just here? Well, hello, Lady Spinel. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Man, that Infinity Mirror Morgan's is something else. Hell, it's practically magic. Proper human history sure has never had such quick and easy methods of transportation. And if there was one, only a witch who's way beyond the times would be able to use it. That alone makes it worthy of respect. These fairies still have no idea what makes Morgan really scary. Deep down, they still dismiss her as an insolent upstart of a fairy who can't even make sacraments without using magecraft. If you ask me, it's the other way around. She's a very powerful fairy who supplements her already insane fairy prowess with even crazier magecraft. She's got a teleportation spell that's practically a dimensional connector made by linking a base mirror with a bunch of sub-mirrors. She's got 12 lances that shine to the end of the world all around Camelot's main gate. She's got a huge tower bounded field covering all of Britain. She's got the garden where she sealed Merlin. And on top of all that, she can even perform racious without coffins. Not even Chaldea could pull that one off. I never would have guessed she's been whisking calamities off to ancient times to contain her damage in the past. Seriously, she's got this completely covered. Having Tamlin around on top of all of that is just overkill. Right, I know you don't understand, Beryl. Seriously, why does she keep free Tamlin around when she could easily make do with just me? I keep telling her I should be the only special one. I'm her one and only daughter, after all. But she hardly even talks to me. Oh, don't worry about it. Morgan's just bashful, that's all. You've turned out to be exactly the sort of delicate princess she'd hoped to raise. You can tell she cares about you, right? Why do you think she'd let you hang out on one of the Infinity Mirror sub-mirrors? And so she can always call you back to her at a moment's notice, no matter where you are or what might be happening. If that isn't doting on you, I don't know what is. It's way more love than any parent shows their kid in proper human history. Really? So Mother really does love me? Really am fit to be her daughter? Of course, from where I stand, it's disgustingly obvious how much she cares. She just wants you to be free. Who cares what those dumb fairies say about you? You should just cut loose and do whatever you feel like, princess. Of course I will. There's nothing I love more than hearing fairies scream in pain. I only came to see Woodwose's battlefield to see a mountain of their corpses piled high. I just wish my noble phantasm could target more than one fairy at a time. I do envy that about Barkast. Maybe I should ask Mother to give hers to me. Oh right, Gwen can't use it anymore, huh? I guess I should be more concerned with the Child of Prophecy. It's hard to believe she actually beat Barkast. Is the Master of Chaldea really strong enough to defeat a Tamlin? Good question. Now that she's made it this far, I guess I owe her a fair shake. Whatever her skills are as a mage, she's got to be one of the best masters out there. Really, when you think about it, she's got an absolute shit ton of experience. You don't beat Kirashita Wood on by accident. So the fact that she pulled that off has got to be she's a better master than me. And to be that good of a master, she must have some serious bonds with her servants. On the battlefield, masters and servants fight like they're of one mind and one body. That was the strength of those bonds that let her defeat Barkast. One mind and one body, so they never deceive each other or betray one another. You're a master too, right, Beryl? Do you have a servant of your own? Who knows? Maybe I still haven't formed a contract yet. What? Seriously, come on, Red Beryl. I know you like slacking off, but this is ridiculous. So, this must be fate. It's so totally fate. Hey, Beryl, do you think I could be your servant? Do you think I could find a partner in my dreams, even though I'm just a fairy everyone hates? Sure, I bet a fairy could become a servant. Maybe I'll even form a contract with you myself if I feel like a princess. But right now, I want to talk about tomorrow's death match. Now that I've got nothing to do in Londinium, I've got some extra time on my hands. So I could use your help in laying the groundwork for what comes next. Let's see here. What are we working with here? Alright. Do we go full reliable? Let's go full reliable. And then a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Actually, no. Up. Head up. And a D. Up. Wow, seeing all these soldiers eating together in the town square like this really drives home the idea that they're about to go to battle. And you were all here too. How come? I thought you were going to be fighting just yet. We're not. We just didn't think it'd be right be the only ones relaxing in the war room. Want some of this bread with jam? Have a meow? It's really sweet. No thanks. Looks like it'd give me heartburn. Anyway, aren't we missing someone? Hey, Muramasa, you look like you're about to nod off, but before that, can you tell me what happened to Oberon? Oberon, now you mention it, I haven't seen him for a while now. I thought that might be because I was holed up in the forge all last night working on something a little out of my wheelhouse. Ain't exactly the first time he's just flown off on his own. Not a whole lot of women in Londonium, you know? Knowing him, he's probably off in Salisbury putting the moves on Aurora or something. I wish I could say he'd never do that since he's not a lowlife like you, but... close but no cigar, Muramasa. Quarrel's more type. Oh, hey, there you are, Oberon. How's it going? Good morning, Oberon. Good morning, Gareth. My. And you and Habitar are like bright rays of pure sunshine. Hope you don't grow up to be a couple of gossipy grown-ups like some others I could name. Alright, sorry about that. But don't try and play innocent either. That's okay when I play the field. Probably wouldn't even know who I am if it weren't for a romantic comedy. My whole job is selling dreams to people who love stories, wouldn't you agree, Hio? I guess that's true. It's almost midday now. Yep, Percy's gang should be making their way out of the river now. With any luck, all the soldiers have been placed around the ramparts to make it look like we're entirely committed to defense. Will be enough to keep Woodwose from realizing we've sent out too many soldiers for us to be able to actually defend London if he were to attack now. Let's just hope this army-level staring contest keeps up until evening. Woodwose is the head of the Fang clan, which I'm told means he has to be very cautious. And I'm sure you must know about the Normfitchian refugees who came here from Salisbury, as well as the volunteer soldiers that came directly from Norwich, bolstering our ranks. So barring some exceptional circumstances or another, it seems pretty unlikely he'd try to make a move on Londonium with his current emergency. The enemy's on the attack. Woodwose's main force is heading our way right now. What in the world could they be thinking? They must know there's no way they could take down Londonium with only 2 companies. Guess we found those exceptional circumstances. We know, we can't stay holed up any longer. We'll head out to the battlefield to meet them. Our archers almost ran out of arrows yesterday. They won't even be able to maintain fire for an hour now. Aurelia, have your platoon charge straight into them. Landon, have your platoon ride off from the estate. Hurry. Count, do you think you can command the volunteer soldiers from Norwich? Leave it to me, hon. I'll send them out from the west gate and have them fight Woodwood's forces. I don't think they'll be very effective, but they should take some pressure off from the other 2 platoons. As long as Aurelia and Landon's troops can buy some time, they'll give Percival's squad a chance to sneak up behind Woodwose. That's right, if Woodwose is attacking because he's getting antsy for victory, then we'll just have to keep him from scratching that itch. If they make it through the main gate, we lose. If we can keep them out of the castle, we'll win. I'll show you, Hugh. I'd like you to back up Aurelius. No, on second thought, I'd like you to defend Londonium as our primary fighters. Got it. Fight time.
水着剣豪いざ参る。私生き返ろう。チャンバラ上等ガンガン行くわ。豪快にひらめいた。もちろん命令する気。剣圧にて海を立つ。櫓のごとくクジラの大入道御剣か。いざ魔剣破り受けたまわる。白兵剣行きます。そうだね。望まれることを望まれたようにお見せしましょう。ヒュー。あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン。剣圧にて海を立つ。櫓のごとくクジラの大入道御剣か。いざ魔剣破り受けたまわる。
Squishy spishy time.
女神の怒り味わいなさい。ショータイム。そうでなくっちゃ。ガーホークーハ。私を悪魔と言った。その通りよ。原始の地獄に帰りなさい。究極女神ビーム。せいトレオ。戦いですか。女神でなるかしら。そうでなくっちゃ。私を悪魔と言った。その通りよ。原始の地獄に帰りなさい。究極女神ビーム。剣圧にて海を立つ。櫓のごとくクジラの大入道御剣か。いざ魔剣破り受けたまわる。つむじ魔剣豪。ヒューショータイムクーハ。捕まえた。せいショータヒュークーハ。行くぞ。水上戦も何のその。どこでも戦えるのが2点一流なのです。
Our forces are in position in front of Londinium, sir. The Round Table Army is sending out a platoons of 200 soldiers from the north, east, west gates, and appears to be gearing up to attack us from 3 directions. Understood. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, at least for a human. Tell me then, human, what do you make of the situation? Do they seem like they're about to fight a quick skirmish and run back to the castle again, like they have been? No sir, I can't explain it very well, but they seem more serious this time. I don't think they plan to retreat at all. It feels like they're hell-bent on holding you back here no matter what, sir. Ha! Exactly, they're clearly just stalling for time. Percival's nowhere to be seen, right? I know all about his pathetic plan to get the drop on me with a separate squad. I'd do the same in position, but he's a day too late at the least. I could just imagine the look on his face at seeing the empty remains of our old camp where he thought our forces were still stationed. That's not all. Even if he attempts to hurry back here, he'll run straight into the Queen's reinforcements. And even if he manages to temporarily give him the slip, he'll only end up sandwiched between them and my own forces. He has no chance of making it back to Londinium. And with him gone, the Round Table Army is no more than a glass bauble waiting to be smashed. Now rally our soldiers. Forget about the riffraff in the west gate. Apart from the main gate, the ramparts should be thinly guarded now. Have our nimblest scouts speak in wherever they can. Tell the soldiers to show Londinians have inhabitants no mercy. Man, woman, child, makes no difference. Anyone who would spurn Her Majesty's protection after she has kept Britain safe for 2,000 years is no more than a common criminal. Kill them all. Don't let a single one of Londinium's residents escape for their lives. The battlefield is too big for my enhancements to reach everyone. Those troops over there may as well be sitting ducks. Crap, Landon's platoon is fighting off a second wave, and they've got siege troops mixed in with them. Altria can't take care of them without leaving her current positions. Muramasa, Hio. On it. Okay, I'll be right back as soon as I've cut that thing down to size. You come too, Habitrot. We need all the help we can get right now. This really isn't my thing, but alright. I guess I can kick some ass and still keep Hio safe. I mean, it really doesn't matter. There's our bond C. There it is. You don't even need one.
Mada 未熟者ですが頑張ります。
さて、やることは妖精がなんだってんだ。
早立てです。カルウェア、白兵戦行きます。
櫛灘姫を髪に刺し、
もちろん。
先行く。そこに至るはあまたの剣さん。気づきに気づいた刀塚。八重垣作るは戦士の刃。知ったら成仏していきな。
ここでまっすぐ。
わかった先に行く。
もちろん。突破します。誇りに下が誇りにかけて受けるがいい。こちらです。輝きいいですね。私が出ます。
櫛灘姫を髪に刺し、
誇りにかけて。
そこに至るはあまたの剣さん。気づきに気づいた刀塚。八重垣 き作るは戦士の刃。知った成仏していきな。
輝き早炊きですカルメラ早炊きですカルメラ水の置き準備
これ直すがよい。受け取るがよい。何の
俺切るぜ。
あれはいつか見た終わりの星どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン
神髄解明完成理念収束鍛造技法臨界。これが俺のつぶかい村正だ。わか
これ直すがよい。
やることは変わらねえよ。
とう。
あのは先に行く。
はっ。
まだ折りかくれてやるよ。妖精がなんだってんだ。
さすが
俺
だな。
のあの辺りか。そこに至るはあまたの研鑽。気づきに気づいた刀塚。八重垣作るは戦士の刃。知った成仏していきな。わか串灘切るぜ。あの辺りか。そこに至るはあまたの研鑽。気づきに気づいた刀塚。八重垣作るは戦士の刃。知った成仏していきな。
ように惚れ直したかマスター。
Back to plot. That thing really didn't look like it belonged here. Did Queen Scalia sell it to him? I swear, is there anyone that damn fox won't sell it to? Never mind that now, Muramasa. We got 3 more headed this way. Damn it, we'll never be able to defend the Eastgate against all of them. They just keep coming. Some of the Fang Clan soldiers have already made their way past the gates and into the castle. Too easy. You humans are nothing without your poisoned weapons. Oh, there's the Coco. Saboteurs, find a way to remove the rampart's magical energy barriers. There must have been a control board somewhere around here. Tyranny humans who tries to interfere limb from Rin. They don't have much longer to live anyway. Aha, perfect. There's a human who should be willing to talk. You there, boy. Where is your commander? Tell us what you know, and we'll make your death quick and painless. Oh man, they're heading this way. What do I do? What do I do? I have to find a way to get rid of them before they find Nan and Yuri and the others. Never mind. You're shaking so much you can't get a word out. This is a waste of time. I'm amazed that defective like you survived this long outside the ranch. So all your scurrying about finally led you to this rat hole of a city. How revolting! Even in the last moments of your miserable life, it can't help but make trouble for us. Get out of here, you force-faced bastard. Sink into the pit, and don't you dare come crawling out of it ever again. Mascara, whoa, that was amazing. Really, So does his armor and shield gave me look good at me then? You bet it does. But you were already amazing regardless. That was one of the Queen's own knights, and you just sent him flying like he was nothing. Right, now hurry up and hide with the others. I'll take care of any of the other soldiers that make their way in here. Okay, we're counting on you, Sir Knight. Thank you so much for saving me. That's right, this is war. Death is an unavoidable part of war. But the ones doing the dying should be soldiers, not unarmed children. If there are any true knights left in Britain, then I'll just have to fill the role myself. Now come on, you cowards. You're not laying a finger on Londinium's people as long as I'm around. Alright, what are we looking at for this node? Alright. And it's all sabers, so... let's go with Gilbert. I'm gonna put Merlin here so like he's able to buff Gilgamesh with the Buster. Up and then... put our generics back here. Good measure. You get to have that. A 1. And a 2. Alright, send Gilbert back to backline hell. Or Merlin. Nero. Put her attack buffs up and... let's go. Get that Buster bonus. Alright. Now I gotta actually try. Amazing.
くだらん水郷よな。それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。ヒットライン。白兵戦、行きます。さすがだな。くだらん。足かせをくれてやる。ね。
Yeah, nice try, jackass. Then like some work on him. There we go, you. Up, 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 up.
ありがとうございます。皆さんのおかげです。
And back to story. Crap, we're back to the moat. The Round Table Army soldiers are doing their best, but there's nothing more we can do. We're overmatched and outnumbered. We have to retreat to Londinium. We can't. If we fall back now, the castle's as good as theirs. Once Percival gets back, he'd have to lead the Round Table Army in a siege against their own castle. Besides, Woodrose isn't taking any prisoners. If he makes it inside, there won't be anyone left to protect. Yeah, right. We'll just have to fight to the last. Oh man, I can't believe it. How many times am I gonna have to do this sort of thing? Calm down, Altria. You calm down here. How am I supposed to stay calm under these conditions? I mean, how much fighting have you done if this doesn't face you? That's not normal, you know. Ugh, just look at Woodrose smirking over there, standing in the middle of his troops in his stupid suit. Ugh, he's pissing me off. He'd better hope I don't throw a bomb at him. I can totally reach him from here, you know. You could hit Woodrose from here? Ah. That's right, I can. Woodrose is so confident he comes to the front himself. Wait, then does that mean those troops heading towards the enemies by the main gate aren't actually Woodrose's main force? That's right, it's Percival. Percival's company made it. We're not going to mention the fact that she's going to throw a fucking bomb at him. Meta supports everybody. Absolutely vicious creatures. Alright, so what are we looking at here? Same shit, different day. Got it. We'll go with Seisho Gun. Why not? Split it. Fix it. Or change it up a little bit. Put in my generics. You get that the Monty this time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, cost limit. Sorry, BB, you die. Actually, I could just put your fucking Bond CE on you. Alright. That's it. Don't leave a single one of them alive. This so-called army is nothing without Percival. They're nothing more than rabble. The child of prophecy must be hiding in the castle, trembling about now. Unless I can finally make up for my mistake at Titanego and put that cursed village behind me. Hey you, there. Has there any more from the soldiers who snuck into the castle ahead of us yet? Not yet, sir. We believe they're busy looking for the child of prophecy. Lord Woodrose, may I ask you something? You described the child of prophecy as an evil-looking fairy girl, 16, right? Is there anything else you could tell us about her? No, I don't know what she looks like. I wasn't allowed to attend her audience with the queen, after all. I see. Well, what about in Titanego? Did you see her there? No, I didn't. I never even got a look at her as she fled. Well, no matter. I'll find out what the castle is ours. Now, don't let up on the Round Table Army is completely... Wait, what are those footsteps? It sounds like they're coming from behind us. The Queen's reinforcements? No, they can't be. This frivolous, insignificant thumping of boots can only be... Lord Woodrose. Percival's forces are attacking us from behind our lines. No, they're practically on top of us. We don't have time to regroup. I don't understand. You said we wouldn't have to worry about an attack from the rear. What? Are you telling me they already defeated the Queen's reinforcements? No, they can't be. That's just not possible. All I can tell you, sir, is that they're definitely here and they're completely unharmed. But our soldiers are exhausted from throwing themselves at the ramparts. We're outmatched now. If we don't do something soon, they'll have us surrounded. What are your orders, Lord Woodrose? I need you to lead us in battle. Surrounded? They have us surrounded, and now you want me to wade into the fray myself? Aurelia, Landon, have your troops move around the enemy's right flank over by Londinium. Squad 2, make your way over to Londinium as well. Keep attacking the right flank on your way. Squad 1 will attack the enemy's main force to take out their commander together before they can rebuild their formation. The Child of Prophecy will definitely take advantage of this opportunity. Now with me. Let's end this fight with Woodrose's army once and for all. Yeah, we're with you, Commander Percival. It's Percival. He made it. Looks like we don't gotta worry about the ramparts anymore. Now we can just focus on Woodbow's army. You heard what he said, Altria? I heard. He wants us to come out and fight with him. Alright, all good to go. You know it. The Fang Clan's a formidable bunch. We can't pass up this chance to rein him in. Come on, Hio. We're going in for the kill.
本当にあんの？どうや？なんか来た！骨の奥がよい。受け取るがよい。トン！へへ、お決まり！はっ！キラキラしくもの、ときめくもの。身は朽ちるとも永遠にあり。永遠無休。エモーショナルエンジン、フルドライブ。白兵戦、行きます。そうだね。チェケラウはっあや運命チェケラウ望まれることを望まれたように
Put your hands up, radio.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。春はあけぼの、夏は夜。なべてこの世は糸を起こし。エモーショナルエンジン、フルドライブ。白兵戦、行きます。それな。オッケーマジックラウドルシー。うわー。彦星、入術、弱いバス。ここだお前のゴールジェイ。へへ、シュキシュキ大好き。道を開け。皇帝の花道なるぞ。さすがだな。秋は夕暮れ、冬は朝。世界は今日も糸エモし。エモーショナルエンジン、フルドライブ。春の日差し、花の乱舞。開け、ヌプティアエドムスアウレアよ。歌え、巻き返し。その愛はオーラのごとく。行くぞ。なべて世は糸エモし。
It's over, Woodwows. We got you completely surrounded. This can't be happening. How did you get here so fast, first of all? How did you shake the High Queen's reinforcements? Did you have help from the King clan? Reinforcements? I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. You figured out our plan to attack from behind your lines and tried to capture Londinium before we could act. You nearly succeeded, but luckily the others managed to hold out long enough for us to make it. That's all there is to it. Now please surrender, Lord Woodwows. If you surrender, I promise you'll be treated as well as our prisoner of war. We have no wish to spill blood unnecessarily. Our only enemy is the Queen. Impossible. You say you never even saw the High Queen's reinforcements. I mean, that would explain how you got here so fast, but no, it can't be. That can't be right. It can't be. That would mean the High Queen has forsaken me. And she would never ever do that. That does it. To hell with propriety. How dare you mock the High Queen's trust in me? Rah. Oh, he's naked now. Gotta love that line down there. You gotta love what it implies. I'm not a furry, so let's move on. Very well, humans. You want to fight me? So be it. I, Woodwose, head of the Fang Clan, shall kill you all with my own hands. Alright, this is just a sustained fight, so... How long do I have to last again? Oh no, I don't have to last at all. Who gives a shit? Who do I want to receive bond points from this? Do I even get bond points from this? No. So... let go.
Kish, パーシバル、参ります。
リラックス。ごおや、
やります
行くかい？悪いね。どうだい？
やります。あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン。ここでまっすぐ
お任せください。
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン。
切り込む。楽園の端にようこそ。星の宇宙物々の楽園の端から君に聞かせる。罪なき者のに通るのにガーデン・オブ・アバロン先行。
はい、いいですとも。
オーケー。
レッツファイト。
切り込む。
Just as I expected. Dust piled to the peak of a mountain will still never be more than dust. Wars are fought between fairies and true power. Soldiers only exist in Her Majesty's very brain to give otherwise useless fairies something to do. You pistons can never hope to kill someone like me, no matter how many of you there are. Now then, staying in this form uses a lot of energy, and it's left me a bit peckish. Forgive me, my table manners are lacking. I have to do something. I'm definitely gonna get another earful about this later. Oh-ho. He really does have the power of a king. He embodies the beauty of the wild itself. True, if he holds, we humans should never challenge him in the first place. But I've come too far to let it end here. Hear me, Sacred Sphere, and pass judgment on mine actions. Oh. Hear me, Sacred Sphere, and pass judgment on mine actions.
Sentaiの槍よ、今一度私に力をぜい。
Of course I know that sphere's power. Aurora told me all about it. Personally, I wish he had used it during the Robin Redbreast tournament, so I could have seen Lancelot begging for mercy. Speaking of that tournament, did you know I gave it its name, you pathetic worm? I named it after a toy bird her dreamed of defeating a dragon. Seems unlikely to happen now, though. Man, Percival got fucked. Anyway. Oh. Whoop. 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 Up. What is it, Gareth? Did an arrow hit you? Let me see. It's not that. I don't see a single arrow in her back or her head. That said, something's obviously not right. Hang in there, Gareth. Stay calm. Deep breaths. Redra, Oberon, you're both alive, thank goodness. No, what am I saying? That was obviously another vision. Come on, Gareth, think. What can you do to stop everyone from getting killed? Gareth, what are you talking about? Aha, I've got it. Redra, I need your help, please. You've been jealous of Percival for the way he fights on his very steed, right? Well, now's your chance to be the country to my Percival. Boah. I'm definitely going to get another earful about this later. Oh-ho. He really does have the power of a king. He embodies the beauty of the wild itself. True, if behold, we humans should have never challenged him in the first place. But I have to defeat him, or I'll never be able to save her. Forgive me, head of the Fake Clan. Hear me, Secret Sphere, and pass judgment on mine. Stop. I know you're about to do something cool, but hang on just a second. Gareth? No, it's me. And me. Retrobit? Why would one of the servants I gave to Aurora dare to defy me unless... No, it couldn't be. Aurora, don't tell me you of all fairies have chosen to side with the child of prophecy. Yeah. You fool, not even iron weapons can hope to defeat me. I'm simply far too strong for the likes of... Ow. That actually hurt. Now, Percival. Got it. Thank you, Gareth. Hear me, Sacred Spirit. In light of my friend's bravery, please forgive mine actions. Oh, tried to. Gah, what is this? Chills? Dizziness? How insolent, using the spear of selection. You would pass judgment on my clan with your filthy voice of paradise. Now's our chance. Get him. Right, we can't waste this opportunity Gareth gave us. Come on, everyone. Alright, time for a pain in the ass fight. Let's go. I'll go with... you.
騎士パーシバル参ります。防御陣
運命をかけた戦いであれば、お両さんの真の力が目覚める。
そいつはありがたい。生きとしそいつは名案。
形この槍が人に許されたものではないとしても、我が魂をくべて暗き世の東大とならん。大日最高破れたり。
今だぞ。
はいはい、分かってますよ。
行け。
だよ。
これならなんとかなりそうです。
あいつ食べていいか。早炊きですよ、カルメ
宝具を抜くぜよ。おりょうさん、いけるがか。
ラ。任せろ。
ああ、行くよ。
イエーイ。ピースピース。
いやいや、本気で頼むよ。
甘か龍が来る。はあ。
おりょうさん、
任せる。
黄金律にも種類があるのさ。ああ、とても楽しかったとも。このアングルはふむオッケー。任せて。芸術とは輝くものさ。レオナルドいくよ。発進準備完了だ。はい。
我は末路はぬ神、高千穂のオロチ。
私の宝具見たいのかい。
やってやるぞ。イエーイ。ピースピース。
いやいや、本気で頼むよ。
甘か龍が来る。
駆け抜けるは前人未到。
せ。人生はとても楽しいビューティフルジャーニー。もう一発。早炊きですよカルウェナ。
ああ、行くよ。これがわしの宝具。行くぜよおりょうさん。
ああ、
かける竜が如く、これで支配だ。
今だぞ。
はいはい、分かってますよ。
行くぞ。
俺だ。
Jesus, 21K? Yikes.
お嬢さんも真の力が目覚める。
そいつはありがたい。
カモメの歌を聞きたいか。
任せて。
聞こえてる。
私の宝具見たいのかい？オッケー。
まとめてぶっ飛ばす。
駆け抜けるは先人未到。未完の馬よ、輝ける轍を残せ。人生はとても楽しいビューティフルジャーニー。いくよ。
せっ。
もう一発。
ふむふむ。オッケー。
どしがたいの。
いくよ。せーの。
ほっ。
よいしょ。いい海風だね。ベルトを締めてノーチラスで行く。見えていいよ。僕の本気を見せる時だ。
はい、ほい、それ。
最終確認テンポ。
大体合ってる。
大体いいです。
大体いけるね。大体バッチリ。
ノーコメントです。ああ、もう仕方ない。グレードラムノーチラス。
いくよ。
Well, we're currently dealing with wood woes at Londinium. Well, whoa, his charge is gone down. That's not good. But it's all okay. Let's see here.
ああ、とても楽しかったとも。このアングルバッチリ。そう
I'll find my way through it, as per usual.
聞こえてる。
私の宝具オッケー。
Worst comes to worst, I got blue cubes. And I got 10 of them to work with.
駆け抜けるは前人未到。未完の馬よ、輝ける轍を残せ。人生はとても楽しい。ビューティフルジャーニー。いくよ。
遊びは終わりか。どうしがたいの。天と地の狭間にて人はかくあるべしと、ここに新たなるノリを敷く。
遠いの。
これを賜す。
キラキラしてる。ふむふむ。分かってる。
オッケー。芸術は輝くものさ。
綺麗ね。
いくよ。残念。
Rip Thinky. Alright. Getting ever so closer to the Mothman. Ever so closer to the Mothman meta.
発進。目標発見。直前期間最大保護。
卵焼き OK。
よし、急速浮上。グレートラブローチラク。
Yes, I do. Twelve HP, huh? Well, nice while it lasted. Anyway, it's all okay now. Almost.
分かってる。
どうしがたいの。
見えてる。雷撃。てー。
これを賜
Burn
す。
for those guts of his. Night Night Nemo. And
そうきたか。
that's fine.
遊びは終わり。どうしがたいの。
Should I? Or should I go and do? Play it
どうし
safe.
がたい。天と地の狭間にて人はかくあるべしと、ここに新たなるノリを敷く。ひれ伏すがよいぞ。
And that should burn his last guts. And we'll be fine. The battle has now been won. Amazing.
どうしがたいの。どうしがたいの。これを賜す。
All how the power of safety Mothman, everyone.
ひれ伏すがよいぞ。当然の結末である。
Back to plot. Ah! Impossible, impossible. I'm a Grand Duke, the head of a clan. I can't be defeated by humans. This will never stand, never. He's getting away. He's heading for the River of Tears. Damn it, if we lose him now, we'll never get another chance. Somebody, go after him. It's no use. I can't even catch my breath. Grrr, rah. Oh Lord, he running. He booking it. Gah, my demonic blood. The bleeding won't stop. I can't last much longer. Stay away. Stay from me. Away from me, you lousy good for nothing. Where would you be if it weren't for me? Did you forget how I chose you? You were just another piece of human trash before I found you. I saw your talent for fighting. I recommended you. I know that. I know I wouldn't be here now if it were not for you, and I'm grateful for you for that. You saved my life, yes, but I still have to take yours. Forgive me, Duke of Oxford. Stop it. You can't kill me. You can't kill Britain. Without the Fang Clan, who will be left to protect it? Stop. Stop! They really love using the sound effect, don't they? Anyway, farewell, Father. I will pay for the sin in paradise one day. I promise. Man, imagine the daddy issues that causes. Anyway, moving on. Woodrose's army is on the run. The battle is over. All non-combatants can come out from hiding. All medics assemble at the main gate. Any enemy soldiers who surrendered peacefully will be taken to the site of our future western residential district. Those who wish for a visit, please speak with the Kenwood Brigade. I repeat, Woodrose's army is on the run. Victory is ours. It's finally over. Yes, somehow. Thank goodness everyone is okay. No, wait, everyone's not okay. Percival still hasn't moved since he collapsed. We have to treat him right away. Gareth? Could you bring Brother over here now? We have to hurry to Percival. Woodrose died in battle. Around 20% of the Fang Clan attackers have surrendered and are now POWs of the Round Table Army. The rest fled towards Oxford. Without Woodrose to lead them, I doubt the Fang Clan will continue to function as an army. We've made it past our second big obstacle, though not without sacrifice. I'd say that it takes care of most obstacles here in the south. What do you think, Count? I'd say so. I think we have enough of a foundation here to make a move in Camelot if we have to. Altria's rung 2 bells, and with her companions, she defeated Woodrose. And most importantly, it's wonderful how she didn't mistreat the Fang Clan after winning. She didn't pursue the fairies who fled, and she trained those who surrendered with care and respect. She truly embodies the Round Table Army's vision, a world where humans and fairies can coexist in peace, free from the Queen's oppressive regime. So I'd say this puts the Child of Prophecy on, at minimum, equal moral footing with the Queen. That's right. We have no desire to kill all fairies. We had no choice but to fight Woodrose since he aligned himself with the Queen, but the Fang Clan is still essential for keeping Britain safe. I can't imagine Norwich is the last we'll see of the Great Calamity, and no matter how strong they may be, the Tamlin are just individuals. If there's going to be a large outbreak of Moors, then we'll need the Fang Clan to combat them. Still, once the Round Table Army regroups and officially occupies Oxford. Indeed, the question is, who will lead the Fang Clan? Percival would be the best choice if he hadn't been the one to kill Woodrose. The Fang Clan will follow him now. Lord Bogart, who was banished to Sheffield, would have been a good choice too if he was still alive. Well, don't you worry, I'll find someone who can fill the position. After all, Altria is now the Child of Prophecy who will defeat the Queen in both name and deed. So we're only going to get more supporters, not just from Norwich and Salisbury. All you have to do is find a natural leader who's familiar with the Fang Clan from among them. No, the real question is what comes next. We may no longer have to worry about being backstabbed, but we do need to decide whether to march on Camelot or go ring the other bells. You do have to weigh your options very carefully when you're only working with half an army. Round Table Army Medical Tent. I can hear the rain. It's 2013. I still live in Salisbury Cathedral, Wearing House. It's my birthday. It's a happy day. Today I was chosen from among many other candidates to wield the Sphere of Selection. It's the day of the Mere Clan, who predicted the advent of the Child of Prophecy, disappeared from Britain. And It's the day the person I love most is spared over the thing she loves most. Sorry to keep you waiting, Lady Altria. Don't worry, I have good news. Commander Percival has regained consciousness. He's recovered at an incredible rate. In fact, I say he's as good as new. He really reached the limits of human ability. Anyway, when I told him you'd like to see him, he asked me to let you in right away. Oh, thank goodness. He really had me worried for a while. That's great. Let's go celebrate our victory. Yeah, he deserves all the credit in the world for securing the Round Table Army's victory. Thank you for coming all this way, Altria Hio. The soldiers already told me what happened after I collapsed. I'm so relieved that the battle ended almost right afterward, with no more loss of life. The Round Table Army did a great job living up to our ideals. We may still even be able to make peace with the Fang Clan. Is something wrong? Why do you both look so shocked? Oh gosh, you're not worried I'm a ghost or a night killer or something, are you? Come on, you know we humans don't stick around like that once we die. I'm perfectly fine, as you can see. Really, when you get right down to it, my sturdiness is all I have going for me. Or how can I put this? You don't look perfectly fine at all. What happened to your hair? Huh? What about my hair? It's gone mostly black. Bro? Is bro okay? Hopefully that just means he's being a cool anime kid instead of being, you know, a night call or some shit like that. Or Morse. Whatever else black hair can mean in Fairy Britain. Anyway. All those cheers I'm hearing throughout the city must mean the Round Table Army won. Oh, Salisbury is firmly on the Child of Prophecy side. I can openly welcome Altria anytime. I do feel a little bad about Woodwoods, though. I know I accepted Oberon's request to keep him occupied while the Round Table Army advanced on Norwich, but I can't help but wonder if maybe I went too far. Still, he was just so cute, being all shy, that I couldn't help myself. It's not your fault, Aurora. Woodwoods lost because he wasn't strong enough, that's all. He took Morgan's faith in him at face value, to a fault. He was also overconfident in his power as an A-Ray. He should have taken the humans more seriously. No, my darling. Even if it's just the two of us here, you mustn't speak ill of the Queen. The Wind Clan's ears aren't just a show. You never know who might be listening. You're right. I'm sure Coral would give me an earful if she heard me. Where is she now anyway? Is it to your right hand? Coral went out to greet the envoy from Gloucester. It seems Marian has a special message for me. I can't wait to hear it. Marian's always been on top of the hottest trends after all. She must be planning a very special event to commemorate the Child of Prophecy's victory. What about you, Aurora? Are you going to accept Marian's invitation? Well, of course. Marian's one of my dearest friends. I'll always be there for her. You'll come with me too, won't you? I couldn't possibly go without my knight. Good point. I can't let you fend for yourself in Gloucester. Oh, goody. Then we have to find a lovely new outfit for you. Your usual armor would be positively terrify the other fairies. How about this dress? Or maybe this one? Oh, I can't wait to see how adorable you'll be. Goodness me, you really haven't changed a bit since we first met. You're my precious treasure, the most darling princess in all of Britain. I love you so much, Blank. Thank you, Aurora, but you're wrong. You're the most beautiful being in the world. Remember, I am your knight. I exist only to serve you, not Morgan. You're right, that's true, isn't it? I'm so delighted to hear you say that. But you really shouldn't say such things. You're misunderstood enough as it is. Britain is about to enter an age centered on the Child of Prophecy. You can't say I'm the most anything. Please, dear one, don't back the wrong horse here, especially not when Morgan's reign is near its end. None of that matters to me. You're my only star, Aurora. I don't know anything about fairy trends or authority, and I don't need to. As long as you're alright, that's all I... Oh, you really are still a child, aren't you? But then again, that might make you the purest judge of the Child of Prophecy's character. Please, Blank, I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think the Child of Prophecy will truly shine brighter than anyone else in Britain, like the prophecy says? Lady Knockneverbe, you received an invitation to the ball from Marian of Gloucester. What would you like to do? Huh? She wants to throw a ball now of all times. Ah, I see. She just wants to toy with the Child of Prophecy. She's still just as nasty as ever, I see. Tell her the King Clan will not be attending. Besides, do you really think I'd be caught dead in a city full of humans? Understood, my lady. Milady, we have a report from the soldiers who have been monitoring the south. The Round Table Army and the Child of Prophecy have defeated Woodwose and his army. The Round Table Army lost a fifth of their forces, but they've also been getting more than enough recruits to make up for that. We expect them to finish training the new troops and go on the advance in about a week. I see, so Woodwose is all bark and no bite after all. Alright, if nothing else, this means one of Camelot's walls has fallen. Tell the other officers they'll be crossing the southern border as soon as the Dragon Corps finishes training. Woohoo! I mean, pardon me, milady. But I just can't contain my excitement. At long last, we're about to march on Camelot. We're just getting things ready. This plan has been in the works for 1,000 years, since the last the King clan put it in place. Make sure neither you nor the other officers get ahead of yourselves. Though, of course, if you're eager for a punishment simply out of this world, I won't stop you. Let's make sure you're ready to be turned into chocolate and skewered on my stiletto heels for at least 1,000 years first. I understand, milady. Not a single one of the Northern Theories will make a move until you say so. So, those kids really beat Woodwose, huh? Morgan's most powerful guard, the A-Ray who defeated the King of Moors, who is way more trouble than the Tamlin. Heh, nice job. I'm actually impressed. That's the kind of competition I'm looking for, Altria. If you're going to compete with me for the throne, you have to be able to make a good fight of it. I'm back, Lady Marian. Did anything happen while I was gone? Oh yes, preparations for the ball are coming along nicely. In fact, I just sent out the invitations. What about you? Were you able to handle the job even on such short notice? But of course, I haven't let my true colors show like that since Olympus. Between the bone crunching, the screams of terror, and their abject despair, I just enjoyed myself immensely. But of course, it seems Lord Wood was no longer with us as a result, but that's hardly my concern. I'm sure the Child of Prophecy and the Chaldeans came through just like they always do. Much as I loathe this expression, it certainly does seem that a quarter rat will boit their cat. At any rate, are you quite sure you're okay with this? That's another clan leader gone for good. True, it's too bad about Woodwose. I never thought he died in battle against humans of all things. But the Fang clan is still alive and well. If the stragglers are hiding in Oxford, they won't be so quick to join the Round Table Army. They need time to regroup, so I'm going to give it to them. Brand's guardians, the Fang clan, the one deterrent that will free us from relying on the Queen, is mine. I'm not going to let the Child of Prophecy have him, much less an outsider who knows where. Then would you mind if I took a leave of absence for the time being? I've been very curious to follow up on the lead Lord Oberon gave me about the dragon remains, you see? I do mind, but I also understand. I would have liked to talk to you more, but that's really not why you came to Burn, is it? So as your friend, I won't try to stop you. Good luck on your search. Still, do try to come back as soon as you can, okay? I can't wait to hear about all the horribly good news. But of course, I always make a point to never waste my time. Ugh. You can't kill me. You can't kill me. Who the hell do you think I am? I'm the son of the Grand Duke Waste-Teeth Rhyneck. I'm the warrior who defeated the King of Moors in the war. I'm the pride of the clan that's protected Brain alongside High Queen Morgan longer than anyone. There's no way I could be defeated in a trifling battle like that. My wound refuses to close. That insolent Percival. No, it wasn't just him. That fairy girl responsible for this. How did her lance manage to pierce me? The only possible explanation is... No, it's not just that. Redra bit Aurora's escort. If he's allied with the Round Table Army, then... You deserve better, Woodwose, as the High Queen's personal guard. You've seen it for yourself, right? High Queen Morgan has changed over the last 2 millennia. First she brought in the Tamlin. Then she adopted a fairy girl from who knows what clan. And now she's chosen an outsider, and a human at that, as her husband. Personally, I've always thought you would be a perfect partner for her. Now I feel like such a fool for stepping back to let your relationship with her flourish. Aurora, do you really mean that? I always thought you despised me. Oh, silly. Why would I ever despise you? You're a hero. You've saved Burn from disaster countless times. Of everyone in the 6 clans, you're the closest to the primordial fairies. There's not a fairy out there who doesn't admire you. But you swore loyalty to the High Queen. It wouldn't be right for a fairy like myself to come between you and Her Majesty. Still, I never stopped thinking of you as the one who has truly kept Britain safe all these years. I don't know what Einstein was thinking with that prophecy. It can't possibly be true. The true king of Britain is neither the High Queen Morgan, nor the child of prophecy. It's you, Woodrose. You're the one who truly deserves to be our king. No, that can't be. Aurora of all fairies would never betray me. Retrobit must have gone over to the enemy side on his own. Yes, he was always an odd one. That's it. I could go to Salisbury. I'll sure Aurora will put me up there. Now that I've been defeated, I'm sure Oxford will soon be occupied. But once I've recovered from my wounds, I'll go right back there and give the Round Table Army the thrashing they deserve. I am Woodrose, the head of the Fang Clan and the strongest warrior in all of Britain. We don't need the Tamlin. If I kill them all myself, High Queen Morgan will see that I'm the one too. Oh please, that's never gonna happen, Woodrose. What kind of chick do you think's gonna take you in after you had your ass handed to you this miserably? Barrel Gut, what are you doing here? Have you come back to laugh at me? What, you think I have time for that? Huh, I swear, you've got muscles for days with nothing between your ears. That's right, that right there is why Morgan's lost all faith in you. When are you gonna get it for your thick skull that you're yesterday's news? What are you saying, you bastard? No, never mind, shut up, just shut up, you're wrong, Her Majesty would never. You still don't get it? Here, let me spell it out for you why Percival was able to sneak up on your forces. The High Queen never sent any reinforcements. An overgrown mutt who can't do what he's told and goes sniffing around other women is an obstacle, not an asset. You were cut loose just like the Round Table Army. Stop it, Her Majesty. Her Majesty would never. What? Now, Tristan, do it. You got it. Alright, way to go, Splitty Spinio. That was perfect. I knew you had the makings of a witch in you. You pulled off my granny's old curse like it was nothing. Really? I'm glad to hear that, but also kind of not. Whatever I just did, it felt super gross. I don't think I want to do that again. Don't worry, you can't. It was a secret art, and you can only cast it once in a lifetime. Because casting it literally rots your soul. If you want to try it out, best to let someone else do it. Now here, let me have that, princess. It's still beating pretty strong, right? That's not the kind of thing you should be carrying around with your beautiful fingers. Okay, I really like the way this thing feels, but if you insist. What is it anyway? Woodrose's liver or something? Oh, something like that. Remember when I told you about how proper human history witches can turn into animals? There's a lot of pieces that go into that spell, and it's not the kind of thing you can cast in a day. But where there's a will, there's a faster way. Like so. It's not easy collecting and eating the parts of the creatures you want to become, but it's definitely the quickest way. Meanwhile, in the past, Fragment 7. Ace the Savior, Ector the Hard-Headed Black Knight, Totoro the Tamlin, and Mash the mysterious Steel Knight claim to come from nearly 2,400 years in the future. Together, these four companions traveled the land of Britain, now free of clan warfare, as they made their way towards the pit. The year was Fey Era 400, about 6 months before the coronation was to be held at Londinium. So you haven't actually been reborn several times then, Ace. You've just been alive for a really long time? That's right, whenever I banished a calamity, I'd always hide out in a cave and rest in a coffin for a while. Let's see, I think I'd usually stay for about 20 years or so. Anyway, disappearing like that, it's no wonder everyone thought I died in the fight. So why would you hide away from everyone like that? Wouldn't they want to shower you with gratitude for saving them from a calamity? No, they wouldn't. I'm a caster, the one who channels the voice of paradise. Most fairies in Britain hate everything about me. If I'd stuck around after banishing calamity, I would inevitably end up being the cause of a conflict myself. So I decided to hibernate while I let the clan leaders handle the post-calamity politics. Hibernate isn't literally sleeping all winter while there isn't enough food to go around. That's right, plus it was a great way to recover the magical energy I spent banishing the calamities. But I won't have to do that this time. Things are going to change in Britain now that Uther's going to be king. This will no longer be a world where people kill each other for no reason. The fact that you said in the future it's the heir of the High Queen is proof that the world must have changed. Well, I guess that's true. The fairy Britain I knew was ruled by a single monarch, but still. Are things really that terrible in Britain right now, Ace? I know you said that the clans were always fighting, but I just can't imagine all the fairies to be so aggressive. There's only so much land in Britain. These days, there's enough for each clan to have their own territory, but that wasn't always the case. The land of Britain is very literally made from and built upon the bodies of dead fairies. It only took the form it has now at the cost of thousands of fairies being killed every day in constant warfare. So the very conflict the clans fought over the limited land in this world created more land to live upon. For that reason, hating and killing other clans became not just accepted, but encouraged. Had it not been, Britain would still be as small today as it once was. So I've always tried to just prevent the calamities from wiping everyone out while doing my best to stay away from the clan wars. I see, Totoro always told me about how the Isle of Britain is made from the bodies of dead fairies. I suppose I could see how that might make waging war to expand the livable territory here necessary, but why is it that Britain was small in the first place? In the world I originally came from, the Isle of Britain was much bigger than this. I can only imagine something strange must have happened long ago that made it necessary to rebuild the land with fairy corpses. Yes, I've wondered the same thing myself. Why did Britain end up like this? But I was only born 3,600 years ago, which would be Fey Era 4,000 from your perspective. Nobody ever taught me anything about what happened in Fey Era 12,000 when Britain first came into existence. Fey Era 12,000. That's about the same time Olympus diverged from proper human history. Then, does that mean there's no British history that goes back further? Are there really only 12,000 years of the Fey Era and that's it? Yes, that I'm sure about. The records at Orkney said as much. In the beginning, there was only the ocean, 6 fairies, a shrine maiden, and a beast. No, how many times do I have to tell you? If you want to dye it yellow, you use onion skins. If you want to prevent the colors from fading, you use salt. Boil some water, dissolve the salt, then soak the clothes. We went over this yesterday. If you're not going to do it properly, then don't bother doing it at all. Just stick to tying enemies up. How did it go again? How do you use yarn again? How did you get kind to look nice again? I don't know. I just don't know. Why am I like this? Why can't I do these simple things? Totoro, are you still up? What? Yeah, I'm up. I'm on guard duty tonight. I wasn't just practicing stuff or anything. Now, what are you still doing up? Go back to sleep. We're in the pits tomorrow, remember? Practice? So you're not just picking up all these tools scattered on the ground? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I have it all wrong, don't I? Let's see, I'm guessing you're in the middle of doing something, right? That's right, I'm making Ace's coronation gown. She told me the humans at the castle that she didn't need one for herself, so I thought I'd make her one. Sewing's the only thing I've ever been any good at. But I just can't do it. I've been trying for months, and I'm no closer to when I started. 2 or 3 days after I heard something, I just forget it entirely. I can't do anything except stuff I was born knowing how to do. The Black Knight says all I have to worry about is fighting. But ever since I saw those beautiful gowns at the palace, there's been this kind of ache in my chest. I keep feeling sad and just wanting to cry for no reason. Feels like I'm missing something important, something I need to feel whole. So I thought maybe if I could make clothes like human tailors can, I could figure out what it was. But I'm just too stupid. No matter how many times someone teaches me something, I can never learn anything new. I don't know why I'm like this. But I still want to try making clothes. Honestly, I'd much rather do that than fight. Totoro. Well, how about you try keeping a diary? Everyone forgets things sometimes, but writing can help with that. It can be just like taking notes. All you have to do is write what you want to remember. I know, because I keep a diary too. If you like, I'd be glad to share my tips and tricks every day. But I don't know how to write. Even if I tried to learn, I just forget that too. That's okay. I don't know how to read or write in fairy either. We can study together. Don't worry, Totoro. Even if your mind forgets how to write, your body can be trained to remember for you. The very fact that we're conversing right now shows that you're able to hold a thought in your head and put it into words. So if you could do that, then you can absolutely put your thoughts into written words too. I promise you, that's something you were born knowing how to do, just like your other skills. So, this is the pit. It makes sense that Avalon wouldn't be built here yet. Are you really going down there, Ask? I'm against this. It's creepy. It's quite safe, Totara. There are no moors near the pit, and all the other fairies always keep their distance. We won't have to worry about being attacked by anyone from the anti-Londinium faction here. All you have to do is keep hold of your thread while I reinforce it with Magecraft. And all Mash has to do is hold on tight so she doesn't fall to the bottom. Me? You want Mash to go down there? Then I'm going to. It's not fair to make her go by herself. I'm afraid you have to be up here, Totara. There's no one else who can raise or lower the thread after all. Oh right, but what do we do? It's okay, Totara. I did come as a surprise. This did come as a surprise, but I'll be fine. I've investigated old routes like this a number of times before. And I know your thread is just as strong as a solid wire rope. So you don't have to worry about me. I promise I'll come back safe. Just watch over me from here. Okay, got it. You're really brave, aren't you, Mash? Okay, Mash, come this way, please. We'll tie one thread around your waist as a lifeline and make a full hold with the other thread so you can stand. There, that should do it. We should be able to talk to each other through the thread, so if you sense any danger, all you have to do is yell. Should the full hold thread come loose, we, by which I mean Ector, will pull you back up with the lifeline as fast as we can. My enchantment will let Totara extend her thread up to 8 kilometers, but you shouldn't have to go all the way down. But you don't have to go all the way down to the bottom. All you have to do is reach a point where you can tell how deep the pit is. The well lies at its bottom. Remember, you're only there to look around, okay? Obviously, the only one of us thinking of doing more than just looking is you. One of these days, you really need to learn to stop attacking dangerous things the moment you see them. You're lucky you have me and Rhynek. No one else could handle your so-called strategies. He's right, I didn't figure this out until Mash showed up, but it's true. You take way too many risks, Ace, not to mention you're totally merciless towards our enemies. Oh, don't be silly, I'm just keeping things fresh. Still, I will admit that I've been leaning on you all more than I should. After all, you always help me make it through even the toughest battles with a smile. I felt like giving up so many times. If not for all of you, I would have never made it this far. Okay, I'll be back soon. I'm counting on you to help me navigate, Ace. I've been going down for 60 minutes so far. I'm 7 kilometers down now. Still no changes in scale and no signs of life. Although, is this ash? It's filling up from the bottom of the pit. So this must be where the ash I sometimes see in Fairies Burn's atmosphere comes from. If there's ash, there must be something burning. I wonder what could be down here. I wasn't expecting it to be this deep. Can you still not see the bottom, Ash? It must be pitch black down there, no? Are you okay? Are you cold? I can't see any light from the surface anymore, and it's actually fairly warm. That's sad. It feels like the air is getting heavier the further down I go. I'm only able to breathe thanks to Galahad's protections. 7,400 meters, 75, still no change in the pit. Can you extend the thread any further, Ace? I won't be able to see what's going on unless I... Wait. I can see something down below. There's a red light. It almost looks like a fit. What's that sound? What's going on, Ace? Mash, get out of the foothold. The thread's being corrupted. A fatal surge of magical energy elements coming up from below. No, wait. There's enough cursed energy here that in this lost belt to cover all of Britain. No, the entire planet. That place down there isn't of this world. Don't look it in the eye or you'll... Mash? Mash? Oh no, she's lost consciousness. Get her out of there, Ector. I can't believe it. That thing at the bottom, it's... Cernunnos. But why? What's an ancient Celtic god's corpse doing at the bottom of the pit? What? Mash, you're awake. Oh, finally. Damn it, Mash, you scared me to death. Totara, please calm down. Let me see. The last thing I remember, I was going down the pit and... I'm so sorry, Mash. It was obviously being reckless, and you nearly paid the price for that. You're in Salisbury's Great Cathedral now. We brought you here after you lost consciousness. Your whole body was covered with a horrific curse when we pulled you out of the pit. My magecraft alone wasn't strong enough to remove it, but with this land's cleansing power and the power of the Wind Clan, I was finally able to dispel it. Now I remember. I fainted when I saw that fire. Thank you so much for saving me, Ask. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I caused this. For the fire at the bottom of the pit. As for the fire of the pit, that could be wait until later. That's something we'll probably need to spend 10, 20, no more like 200 years solving. I'm just glad we know what's down there now. Thank you for helping us, Mash. Once Britain has been officially unified, I'll talk to Arthur about possible solutions for what's in the pit. So all you have to say, Isk. Mash almost died, you know. I know, but there's nothing else I could possibly do to make this up to Mash right now. I haven't ever studied any magecraft that could send her back to the future. Oh no, please don't worry about me. I was interested in what was at the bottom of the pit, too. In Fairy Britain, people just treat the pit as something that's always been there. But when you think about it for even 2 seconds, it's obviously strange that there's a giant hole in the middle of the island. I honestly thought it was weird that nobody investigated it in all this time. So the pit's still around in the future, nobody ever filled it in. Well, given how deep it is, I'm not surprised. For all we know, it may even be bottomless. And since unlike the Spirit Selection, it doesn't seem like something that can be sealed away, I don't think we have much choice but to keep an eye on it for a while. Huh? The Spirit Selection? Do you mean the Staff of Selection? Now that you mention it, I'm surprised you don't have the Staff of Selection despite being this land's savior, Ask. Did you lose it somewhere? I haven't heard of the Staff of Selection, but no, I don't have the Spirit Selection any longer. The implements of selection came to Britain along with me when I first washed up here from my homeland. I'm afraid my feelings corrupted them, making them unsuitable. So I had them sealed away inside this cathedral. Man, what a waste. The garden and spear used to be Ace's trump cards. The garden was a bounded field that could trap nightmares, and the spear was a weapon that could admonish any fairy it touched. But then, during the last calamity, the fairies behaved so badly that Ace got super mad at them. And that caused the nature of the spear to turn away from what it should be. If you don't mind my asking, can you tell me what it is that makes these weapons so unsuitable? How can I put this? The spear itself is still as strong as ever, but when it turned, its restraints were removed, and its capability to recharge kind of went haywire. Basically, the spear selection no longer uses its wielder's magical energy to power its attacks. Now it does so by feeding on the life force. Well, the youth, really, of its wielder. Well, that's an awfully convenient piece of information to learn. Cloudcaster. Round 2. Good morning. I'm sorry to call you out here so early when I know you're just exhausted from yesterday's battle, but I'm afraid this couldn't wait. Last night, Ultrian Hero received invitations from Lady Marianne at Gloucester to attend Farium, a fairy ball she'll be holding soon. Never mind that, Percival. How are you doing? Me? Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. My hair's the only thing different about me. In fact, I'm actually happy about this. It makes me look distinguished. I've always admired the Count's dashing hairstyle, so now I feel like I can hold my own, at least a little. Oops, I'm sorry, that just slipped out. Ugh, come on, Percival, you're not a child anymore. Anyway, we still need to decide what to do about Lady Marine's invitation. Holding a ball now, huh? She's up to something, that much is for sure. Hang on, you said this fairy ball is called Farium. What exactly is that, anyway? Allow me to explain. I've always wanted to go to a ball, so I know all about them. Farium, a moonlit gala that every fairy in Britain dreams of attending. Every fairy who has done something impressive that year, like clan heads, is invited to speak about and be celebrated for their accomplishments. Attendees get to enjoy never seen before seen scenery, never before eaten cuisine, never before heard music, And then to cap it all off, they decide on the Fairy of the Year, the one who stands atop Fairy Society and shines more brightly than any other. Isn't that right, Altria? There's not a fairy in Britain who doesn't dream of tending Farium, huh? I guess, maybe. I suppose there was a time I dreamed about it myself. Wait, does this mean we're going? Because I was kind of hoping I'd never have to go to another Farium if I could help it. Right, this is our chance to ring another bell. Yeah, that's definitely what Marian has in mind with this invitation. Though I still don't know why she's giving us this opportunity. That's right, this is Marian's way of making her intentions known to both the Queen and the Child of Prophecy. Makes perfect sense that the Lord of Gloucester would hold a ball from time to time, and it goes double for one with a long, storied history like Farium. Though of course, Altria and Hero will hardly be her only guest. I doubt Morgan will step away from her throne, but she'll almost certainly send a delegation. At minimum, Tristan and Lancelot will be among them. Right, of course, Lancelot always wins Fairy of the Year. That little loop bitch, huh? I'd love a little payback while we're there, but Gloucester is bound by Marian's rules. So no one from any faction can fight this at this ball, right? That's right, which makes this a perfect opportunity. Under ordinary circumstances, we'd never be allowed into Gloucester now that we've defied the Queen by ringing 2 bells and defeating Woodwose. But for this occasion, we could proudly attend the ball as distinguished guests. And once we're inside, both sneaking around and finding secret rooms is what we do best, right, Altria? Ah, I knew it. Time to finally put those shady spells of yours to good use. Did you have to say it like that? Then it's settled. Already a carriage right away. The ball is being held tonight, so we'll need to hurry if we're going to make it to Gloucester by evening. What was Marian thinking? Let's see here. Standard affair. Got it. Yeesh. I'm a bit sleepy.
大丈夫。落ち着いて。普段通りに。あえて見た。女神に向かう。早炊きです。早炊きです。軽い微妙に隠れていきます。下がっているようにするわ。私を悪魔と言った？
I guess that'll be a shorter scene than I anticipated then, because I don't want to be yawning throughout it all. So once we hit 3 hours, then it'll end it after whatever arrow we end up on. Which is about 7 minutes from now. So it'll probably be the next arrow. Alright, more plot. Phew, we made it. Our second time in Glowcaster. Roger, Ben, and Percival are waiting outside the city limits, so we don't have to worry about them. But unfortunately, we only have 2 invitations. One for Altria and one for Hio. And each invitation only lasts for a single +1, so who should go with them? Devinci and I make the most sense. We both met Marian. Having you around would be helpful, since words hit harder than the swords here. But knowing you, I'm also sure you have no problem seeking it anyway. Naturally, I'm flattered by your trust, Muramasa. I know a number of Glowcaster's fair ladies, so I'm sure I can find one in need of a kingly companion. Fine with me, you guys have fun. I'm just gonna spend some time in the city. Damn, I just realized we won't go to the ball after all. But that's okay, that just means I have a great opportunity to visit the Count's shop. Come with me, Happy Cat. Count Pepperon gave me a letter of introduction to a shop here when we left Londinium. He even said we should go and have a good time here, together. He's so considerate, don't you think? Oh, the Count's store, huh? I guess that sounds kind of interesting. Oh, okay, let's go. I wasn't really looking for fun tonight, but this doesn't sound bad. Wonderful, glad you're both getting along so well. Now, moving on. What should we do about little Miss Coldfeet over here, Hio? Muramasa and I bring her there, whether she wants to go or not. Guess that's all we could do, huh? I got the left side, you got the right. Ah, no, don't make me do this. I don't want to go to the ball dressed like this. I don't want to run into anyone I know. You're a king, right, Oberon? You could go and ring the bell. Just don't forget to bring me a souvenir. Something tasty will be nice. Cut that out. No proper child of prophecy would ever say that. Do you know how many aspiring Cinderellas would give their eye teeth for an invitation to this ball? Deal with it. Oberon, was you doing a wicked stepmother? I'm sorry, I just didn't expect Altria to be so stubborn about this. Do you have some kind of ball-related trauma? Did you get mistaken for a server or something at one before? Don't be silly. Of course I've never had anything like that embarrassing happen to me. It was just, I'm basically the face of the Round Table Army now, so I don't want to go there underdressed. Oh, is that all? Well, don't worry then. Nothing better or more formal for a warrior to wear than their battle dress. Then again, if you prefer, you can always have Hio go on ahead. But I doubt you'll be able to find her again later, so it'll just be you and Muramasa in the ball in that case. I don't see a problem with that. Okay, I'll go already. Just don't leave me behind. Whoa. Yep, this is amazing. I never thought there was such a fancy ballroom next to the auction house. It's a Fey domain within a Fey domain, a top-notch, otherworldly reality marvel, the likes of which you rarely get to see. You can tell since the inside of this building is clearly bigger than the outside. Whatever it is, it's damn impressive. If this place is any indication, Murray might just be the best Dan gardener I've ever seen. Oh, the view's so great, he's even got Altria to calm down. I'll have you know this is my second time here, so it's not like I was entranced by the scenery. I was mostly wondering why Murray hasn't bothered to greet us after she invited us. Well, Altria's pissed now. Once she gets over herself, she really is a dependable ally. Huh, you're right. Now you mention, I don't see her anywhere. I would have thought she'd be the first to use the Child of Prophecy to liven things up at her part. May I have your attention, distinguished guests? On behalf of Lady Marian, the owner of this beautiful building, I would like to apologize for her tardiness. I've been told she should arrive in about 1 hour, so please relax and enjoy yourselves in the meantime. So Marian isn't even here yet, and there's no sign of Oberon either. What do you think, Hio? Should we just go sneak into the bell tower now? I don't think so. Now that we've come this far, we may as well. Looks like we got a new arrival. Oh wow, all the fairies are making way for. Gah. What? Damn. Woohoo! Hey, look, who's that girl next to Aurora? Aurora's an exceptional beauty, but that fairy next to her is something else. I see, so you go for the prim and proper young lady types, huh, Muramasa? Got nothing to do with what I like, I'm just being objective here. It's Beryl, and Tamlin Tristan. Yeah, that tracks. Of course Morgan's daughter's here. So that's Marian's game, huh? She sure is a vindictive little brat, isn't she? Or maybe she's a perfectionist, one who clearly is not going to be satisfied, so she downright obliterates anyone who defies her. So I guess that was the last of the big guests. Altria? Oh no, it's nothing. I just kind of wondering if Nakanabe was here after. That's all. Thank goodness she's not. Now I won't have to hear all her snide remarks about her. She's so much better than me. Good day, Child of Prophecy. Congratulations on your victory at Londinium. Coral, I'm so sorry. I hope I wasn't being too loud. Oh gosh, wasn't I? I'm sorry. I'm from the country, so I'm totally out of place here. Still, it's nice of you to come say hello. I know how you feel, but it's okay. There's nothing to be nervous about. Marian's cast a spell in this ballroom that hides attendees' faces from anyone who doesn't already know them. So please relax. You don't have to worry about anyone you don't know seeing you here. These kinds of parties don't happen every day. It's best to enjoy them while you can. I see. Thank you, Coral. You know what I have to say? You look much more at ease here than you were in Salisbury. I assure you, I'm not the least bit giddy about being here. I'm only here to guard Lady Aurora. Let me remind you, foreign mage, you still have been invited here, but you're still just a human. I suggest that you remember your place and not speak your mind so freely if you know what's good for you. Thanks for the warning. You're always worried about humans' welfare, aren't you? That was your way of telling her that speaking to other fairies that way could cause big trouble, right? Don't go putting words in my mouth. I intended nothing of the sort. I'm not like Lady Aurora. I have no fondness for humans and I don't think of them as equal in any way. Is that so? Because the way I see it, Aurora might just let humans do whatever they want, but you actually tell them what they need to hear. So between the two of you, you seem like you actually treat humans much more kindly than... Silence. I don't care what kind of fairy you are or what clan you're from. To slander Lady Aurora to slander the entire Wind clan. And daring to compare her with the likes of me is absolutely unthinkable. I see now it was foolish of me to bother paying my respects to the Child of Prophecy. This is supposed to be a gala for distinguished guests. Brush up on your etiquette before you consider attending another. Gotcha, sorry about that. Before you go, do you mind if I ask just one more question? I couldn't help but notice that the other fairy next to Aurora, is she serving as her escort tonight? Even though you're a right-hand fairy. No fairy shines more brightly than Lady Aurora. Only the most beautiful of fairies deserve to stand by her side. As such, I'm happy to offer up my sleeve to one more suitable, like her. Even if she is a grotesque creature, crawls her way out from the foulest sludge imaginable. There she goes. After what Da Vinci just said, I don't blame her. What was that all about, Da Vinci? It's not like you. Well, that was a bust. I've been wondering just how different Coral's and Aurora's values really are for a while now, so I thought I'd take this chance to see for myself. But I guess I went a little too far. How different their values are? What did you people say to Cora? I've never seen her so upset before. You're the fairy who lives with Aurora. Alright. I'm not wearing my armor today, am I? Pardon me. This isn't our first meeting, but it is my first time properly introducing myself. I am Tamlin Lancelot. Welcome to the ball, Tria, here. And whom might you be, young lady? Would you mind if I asked your name? Not at all. I'm Leonardo da Vinci. Pleasure to meet you. Da Vinci? What? I might be Chelsea's technical advisor, but I'm still an artist first and foremost. I can't help but appreciate beauty, wherever I find it. Well, damn, you don't seem like a totally different person. This is what you're like when you're not in armor. I'm sorry, have we met? You mean you don't remember? You knocked me off a damn castle and filled me full of holes. Oh, you must be Muramasa. I'm sorry, I never got a good look at your face. I do remember you, though. Gutting you like a fish was so much fun. I knew you must still be alive. I had a feeling we would get to fight again someday. I wonder when our next fight will be. Maybe you'll finally manage to cut off my head. Oh, I can't wait to punch that cobbled together spirit core straight out of you. Yeah, right on. The hell? She kind of reminds me of Oberon. She's a princely type. A total prince. No wonder she's been gifted Lancelot's name. You don't happen to be Avalon's... Oh, right. Aurora told me not to let my true personality show too much. Congratulations on your victory at Londinium. We may be enemies, but that was a battle well fought, and I must commend you. Also, there's one thing I'd like to ask you. How is Percival doing? I've been told he's still alive, but... Is he hurt at all, or is there anything unusual about him? No, he seems fine. Do you know Percival? I'm his big sister. Oh, his big sister? Well, no wonder you're worried about Percival's big sister. Well, I guess we're leaving on a cliffhanger then. Considering we've reached our mark that I just set up. Well then, that's all she wrote, folks. Have a Merry Crisis. Night, night.